Hello, we're here. Are you guys ready? I am.
It just stopped.
Maybe. It just stopped.
It just stopped for me.
Escape. Hey, we've been having technical issues with the music, but
always.
It's not for you guys to.
I was like,
worry
I am
about.
hearing. Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, we'll see if we make it through this. Last night I played Baldur's Gate 3 forever, all the way up to like 4 a.m. So I'm a little tired, but I think I have enough energy to
Kill the
destroy all
party,
the
yeah.
players. I mean, kill everybody.
TPK.
I mean, sorry,
It's fine.
and make a wonderful adventure for all of you to enjoy. Anyways, welcome to the Fable 42 Network, where we build friendship, community, and chaos where we kill the players. And you're watching the next episode of The Adventures in Middle-earth, episode 11, Trouble in Dale. Real quick, we have a few sponsors. As always, we have to thank our 3D printers. 3D printed stuff is all done by Griffin Co. They make some wonderful things. They've been hauling butt trying to get things ready for Christmas. So if you want to, book something with them, make sure you do so in advance. I think they said December 12th is when the last thing they want to come in, is what I was reading on their Instagram. Also, we are always Vorpal powered by Vorpal Board, where you will find all the video, the audio, the player indicators, the 3D dice, the picture of the battlefields that we have. All of that is done through Vorpal. We have custom dice now. We're still playing with it. They have custom dice where you can put in your own little pictures and stuff to replace the numbers and different colors. It's really cool. Oh, there you go. Did it land on 20? Yeah. So there's Vorpal stuff. Also, we need to remember that the subs, they've been changed for a while now. Most of you know what's going on, but just as a recap, subs are only luck points now. And we use the 5e rules on luck in this case, where you roll it and take the next roll no matter what it is. So keep that in mind when you gift all your luck points to the lore master. And yeah.
I swear, if someone does that, I'm coming through this computer
Cody.
and I'm going to
And
hurt
give
them.
you a hug.
I've
And
seen
give
you
you
do
a
it.
hug.
At least
Because
once.
you
Cody,
donated.
Cody, if you do it, I'll shake your hand.
Cody,
already-
look at my face.
He already gave
It'll
you
be a
guys.
fun-
Guys, Middle Earth is hard enough as it is.
you
Don't make it
are
any harder.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Middle Earth seems fine to me. I'm having a great time. Anyways, I think that's it, except for one more thing we have to make sure everybody knows is we're not going to be playing this next other Sunday. In fact, the entire Fable 42 is going to go dark. We're going to be taking a break, a much-needed relaxation for the holidays. That'll be from the 20th to the 26th.
So catch up
you'll
on all
be-
of our past
yeah.
episodes.
There you go. Do that, and then you'll be frothing at the mouth, waiting for those next
Yep.
shows.
Head on over to our
Um,
YouTube channel. Watch all our past episodes.
Yes.
Subscribe,
That
like,
playlist.
comment.
Just binge watch
I was
every
just,
minute of every
looking
day.
through, like, oh yeah, episode 1 of Adventures in Middle Earth. Yeah, that was a
So
fun
much,
one.
guys.
Hey, remember
Just
when
so
we-
much.
That guy
Yeah, remember
died?
when Istin
Hey,
died?
remember, like,
first
just
episode,
right?
Just saying, guys.
5.5
Istin.
hours in.
If you watch,
Remember
Watch
when I
the
had
Spoilers,
exactly
spoilers. Well, we don't know who's seen it and who's not, but still, spoilers.
I'm just saying, every
If you
episode of
haven't seen
Middle
it,
Earth
why not?
is still less than all of Lord of the Rings combined.
Yeah, this is true.
So,
This is true.
just saying.
Anyways, that's it for the announcements. So without further ado, let's get into the next episode of the Adventures in Middle Earth.
I was just about to do that, Turn. You went.
The dragon Smog is dead, slain by Bard the Bowman. The free peoples of Middle Earth are finding new hope for the future. And yet, whispers still abound of a growing shadow, lurking deep in the dark places of the world.
The road goes ever on and on. Adventure begins, and back in the town, who knows what lies within. Wanderlust
I am a servant of the secret fire, wielder the flame of Arnor. The dark fire will not avail you, flame of Udun!
It's a dangerous business going out your door. You step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to.
Wasting the time growing up.
Great. Where are we going?
And Turn's already dead.
Sorry,
What?
guys. Yep. So
Turn,
you missed
no.
it.
Please
dragon
drop
came
F
back
in
and killed
chat for
We
turn.
decided we're going back to episode 1. And yeah, he died. Well,
Well, we're
Don't
gonna
do
change
that
it.
to me. I went to a
We're gonna
really
change
dark
the
place
name of the
after
show,
episode
so
one.
we just have to start over. Everyone dies.
We are changing the name of the show, so hopefully we'll have that after the break.
that is
too.
a talk.
It's a tough.
That is
Uh,
conversations.
Oh, he.
think
We
Yeah.
might have lots of changes for you guys in a month.
He,
So not ready for this. Oh, I got a luck finally.
Ooh, nice. Yeah,
I'd like to use
more.
I'd like to use my luck to cancel his luck.
ooh. The luck.
You could do that. Luck is
What the
pretty
frack?
amazing, Grant.
What
That's
the
something to
luck?
consider.
Luck is fickle.
Okay, luck is fickle. All right. So we are
Lucky
into
is
it
the
now.
lady.
Let's get into episode 11. When last we left off, our heroes had just finished a short respite in the belly of Zirakan Bar. The next leg of the journey still undecided. They had 3 paths before them. Do they set their sights on confronting the dragon, rescuing their good friend Turin? He was confirmed to be alive, after all. And there was also the matter of Osmid, the lost sculptor freed of his apparent torture. He was in no shape to make it back down the mountain, let alone climb it to face a dragon. And Ren, well, fortunately, she seemed quite herself now. She had even given up her want of that silvery crown she did. However, the battle against Ren's friends had left her exhausted. Her strength of will was all but drained by the shadow that once consumed her. In the end, the party bade Ren and Osmid a short farewell, and tasked their barefooted ally with escorting the poor men out of the mountain. Back now in the biting cold, our heroes trekked onward, their hopes in climbing high enough to determine that wretched worm's location. It wasn't long, though, before none of that even mattered, as they came across 3 massive trolls brewing up some grog. And this is not your grandma's grog, I should say. They were bickering amongst each other, ready to devour a hefty, hog-tied, humanoid-shaped special ingredient. The Fellowship took advantage of their arguing, making quick work of them, as well as a few orcs who managed to emerge from a nearby crevice. They eliminated them and eliminated the ignorant brutes in a manner that can only be described as poetic perfection in combat tactical synchronization. In sync. Bye, 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 as some would say. It wasn't long after our heroes discovered that special ingredient was in fact Turin. What happened to the dragon? How did their friend escape, only to get caught here? He was badly bruised, bones broken, his spirit sapped. Eorwyn, she used her aetherless salves to tend his wounds, and Ada sacrificed her winter clothing to keep him warm and dry. Our heroes were exhausted, and with nothing left for them here, they turned their attention to a small settlement that they knew to have passed a few days back. Perhaps they could find sanctuary there. Another few hours of trudging in the melting snow, they managed to come to it, nestled against the side of the Iron Hills. Iorwin approached and hailed as the others stayed back and looked on. King Bald sent you, you say? Get 'em, boys! And that's where we left off, as 9 men appear out of the palisades, their bows drawn, arrows knocked, ready to loose.
I'm
You
so
have
sorry.
one
I
action
think
to
there
do
was
something.
a problem. I think there was a misunderstanding in the translation. You guys speak a different dialect, and so I believe you misheard me.
Is there anywhere I can hide?
No, I heard you quite well. Bored. And in terms of hiding, not really. There's a few rocks on the
I love how
outside.
the squishiest party member is right in the middle of the open.
Can I take my great shield off my back and slam it down into the ground in front of me?
Yes, you can. What's the intent here? To kind of make a shield?
I don't want to hold it. I want to attempt to, and if for some reason I fuck this up, then it's not going to matter. But I want to attempt to slam it into the ground so it forms essentially like a barricade. Like it's that way I don't have to hold it, and it just is planted in the ground for me to hide behind.
Okay.
Is there room for one more?
Yeah, so just to clarify, Iora, when you're 30 feet ahead by yourself.
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I would.
And everybody else.
Yeah, I am.
Fine.
I'd move maybe about 10 feet up and then do it.
Okay, so with your one action, I want you all to tell me exactly what you want to do. You can either move or act. Those are your two things. Kind of like a ready action deal.
Okay. So I can't plant it in the ground if I move.
You.
So
no,
I
can't.
didn't say this last time, and I don't know if you'll let me do it. But I have Web of Deceit, which at the start of any interaction, I can make a Wisdom test against the target's Wisdom modifier, which gives me advantage on one skill check.
Okay. Yeah, you can. This is a contested wisdom against his wisdom.
Yes.
Four?
DC 15 plus the target's Wisdom modifier. So yeah.
Okay. So to clarify, I roll against your roll, kind of thing. Or is it?
That's a really good question. I guess I'm rolling, and I have to beat DC 15 plus your modifier. I guess. That seems
okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
sure. Then yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
That is an 18.
That definitely beats it because he has a -2.
Okay, cool. So so now I have advantage on any skill check. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out. Okay. So you said there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to do anything.
There are some small rocks that you can kind of duck underneath, but you have to move there to do it. So the question is, now that you're out in the open and around this kind of muddy, structured palisade, the ground not really that stable to run in, to be honest. It's a bit slippery and sticky. So I think let's go around the corner. Heda, you want to do the what? You want to do the shield? Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, I'm gonna plant. I'm not gonna move. I'll plant the shield. I'll stay 30 feet out and plant the shield into the mud.
Do me an athletics check to see how well you stick this into the ground.
All right, so that's with disadvantage. So that's a 7 plus 5 for 12. But I'm gonna use a luck because I just have a feeling.
No!
Damn it.
Damn it!
Oh my gosh!
That's still not. That's a 9. That's a 9.
That's a 9 total. All right.
Yeah.
I can tell you what happens. Yeah, sure. You slam it down. It stinks in. It's down pretty deep. You feel like it's giving you solid cover, but it's so deep that it's sinking a little bit too far, and your head is exposed. You're too tall.
Okay. And is that when I'm standing, or if I try to crouch behind it?
When you crouch behind it, it will. I'll let you know. But as of now,
All right.
standing up is like it's almost to your waist.
Oh,
Almost to your waist.
okay. Oof.
You
Okay.
threw in a massive thing, and it's now to your detriment.
Chris,
Baranor, what are you doing?
Yeah, real quick. Hada gets luck, and then you get 3 luck. When I try to respond to Ferrix for giving you 3 luck, I accidentally timed him out. So it deleted his message.
It. Ferrix,
But
you
yes,
deserve a timeout
Eric-
for doing that.
Eric, here's the firm handshake for you, sir.
You think about what you've done.
How far am I from the walls?
So you are Iorwin, you are about 30 feet from the walls. That makes you, Baranor, about 60.
And you said there's nothing to hide behind, right?
Nothing to hide behind. So to clarify again, you have an action, you have a movement. I will say you could do a free action to yell something out as you move or do your action.
I was going to, you said I'm 60 feet out, so I was going to use my full movement, bonus action dash, to get against the wall to make it hard for people above me to shoot me. Because Palisades, they would have to expose themselves dramatically to shoot straight down. So that was the plan. And as I did that, I was going to yell out, "We have no love for Bard. It's merely a job. If you all want to live, I suggest you put your bows down." That's all I do.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to. I'm confused. You're not for Bard, but then you say some silly things. Roll a persuasion.
I will.
Or deception, whichever you feel is more appropriate in this case.
No, I mean, I really don't like Bard. 21.
Okay. 21, yeah. Horde.
I was going to do something really, really
No.
nasty. Okay.
We're tired. We're hungry. We just killed the dragon up in the mountains. And I'm looking for someone to lie the fuck down.
All right, we'll hold that thought just real quick. Olden, Turin, and Iorwin. Let's go with Turin next. What did you want to do?
I will take my full movement, just moving as quickly as I can with my tower shield and just get in front of Iorn. I've got 35 feet of movement, so I should be able to put myself in front of her. And I'll just kind of say over my shoulder, just maybe crouch down just a skosh behind the shield.
Yeah, thank you.
I want you to roll for me, as you do. Deck save.
Oh. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, don't you have disadvantage?
I definitely do. I have disadvantage on everything, but that's fine because I rolled an 11 and a 10, so...
Wait, aren't you a slayer, though, so you get advantage on things you can see? This is something he can see. Because it would cancel out.
It kind of is.
Okay, so 13.
13. That puts you... Yeah, you're fine. It's a little slippery as you walk along, and you slide just a bit, but you're able to stabilize yourself and make it to the front, get into where Iorwin is safely. Okay, so turns there. Iorwin.
Are they holding?
They have held for a moment. He's up there with a fist. And their arrows are still knocked. And he's just waiting for what happens next. But still, these are things that, what are you doing in the meantime kind of thing.
Okay, So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take out my staff and I'm gonna file it. I'm peering out from Turin's shield, blowing some of this dust in his face. Can you do a wisdom save, please?
Well, I like your line of thought, but he's too far away.
How far?
at the
I thought he was.
moment.
I thought it was right in front of him. Am I not right in front of
They're
him?
behind a wall.
No,
up on
he's
top of a wall.
he's on a wall.
Oh, he's on top
on
of
a
a
palisade.
wall.
Yeah. He's
Darn it. Okay, I didn't realize he was that
I
far
know
away.
it. Yeah.
Damn it, that would have been epic. So he's
know
more
it.
than he's more than 15 feet away, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna just. Please don't shoot. I am Irowen the Oak Needle, apprentice to Radagast the Brown. I am here to offer my services to anyone who needs aid. My friend's very much injured and needs somewhere to sleep, so if there is anything I can offer in return, I'm more than willing to. If you don't kill us, please. And she ducks down behind the shield.
We have no love for Radagast.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't win!
Olden, what do you do in the meantime? What is
What
your
did
one action?
Radagast
number?
ever do to anybody?
Oh,
He's a hermit.
Nothing. That's the point.
There are how many men outside of the main guard?
I just offered free medical care to the entire town and was shut
know
down.
it. I know
God.
it. Olin, go ahead.
How many individuals outside of this lead are on the palisade?
There are the ones that you can see. There's 9 and him.
Okay, out of all of them, do they all seem trained, or does it seem like a gathered up militia of bandit-esque people?
There's definitely some veterans in there. Maybe not all of them are as qualified as the others, but they do look like they've seen some combat.
And the garments they're wearing, is it appearing uniformed, or does it seem, again, ragtag?
More ragtag.
Got it. And then there's 9 plus him on the palisade that I can see. Okay, so bow ready. Arrow knocked. I stand with my friends, but just know my arrow never misses.
Roll an intimidation.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't.
It wasn't me. It was a one-hand man. Wait.
16.
So much, guys. So much. So much.
You visibly see him back up just a little ways and kind of slink down, but he still keeps his hand up.
And I guess I want to have my action to just be like, if they make their hostile attack, I am going for 2 shots, one of which at him, and I'm going for specifically middle between his eyes.
So is this like a in terms of the action, it's more like a reaction, ready
I-
action. So I don't necessarily. I'm not sure you can do 2. You just do 1.
I would just use my action to aim, to get my aim benefit.
Sure, that could work. So pull back, just ready to release it at a moment's notice. Got it.
Yep.
So with him standing up there, and bearing on what you said, prove that you're not with Bard.
Do you see Bard?
Prove that we
He's not
are.
here.
I'm
clearly
so he's
not
right by the gatehouse, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out one of the very many little things of coins with, let's say, 3 gold coins. I'm like, here, and I'm gonna throw it. Sorry, here.
There you go.
I'm gonna throw it up. I'm right-handed, guys. Fuck. Why couldn't you take
Not
my left
anymore.
hand?
Now you're ambidextrous.
Apparently. I actually shoot better lefty
Hey,
than I do
as-
righty. But yeah, I'm gonna throw up
as
a
the,
little coin of 3
okay.
of 3 coins. Yeah.
So the coins go in the air. As you see it, Heda, you start reminiscing about your home and how you think of your homeland for a moment, and your mind goes into your family and gives you like wellness in your heart. You feel like fate is on your side. You have 3 points of luck,
Holy
courtesy
shit.
of Alum Armor. Armor? Maybe
Yes.
Eleanor.
You were
Some
both
armor?
correct.
Yes.
And Noble did one too.
Oh, yes. Let's see. Noble. Did I miss
Noble
it?
was
Where
3
is
to
it?
Hela.
No,
and-
yeah, three
Oh, and
to.
2 to me.
Sorry. Yeah, 3 from the Noble Nerd to Heda, and 2 to Turin, and 2 to Iorwin. Nice.
Wait, so I get 3. Do I get 3 more, or?
No, that's the
Sorry,
3 he
no.
just
Just
said.
the
Three
3.
was
Just
with
the
Heda.
3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I was about to say, jeez.
This is my
Hela.
first attempt at trying to watch the chat and DM at the same time. We'll see how well
Oh, dude,
I do
it's-
it.
it's-
Obviously,
it's rough.
currently failing, but we'll work on it. In the meantime, the 3 coins go through the air, and one of the bowmen, they quickly snatch it. Bring it here. And he comes over and hands it to him, and he looks at it. Where'd you get this? This is dwarf gold.
Doesn't matter. It's yours now. You got it when a group of travelers showed up and paid for their stay.
How much more gold you got?
Not much. Haven't been paid yet.
Who's paying you?
The same asshole that we're talking about.
Well, you see, how's I supposed to trust you then? If you's getting paid by King Bard.
If he'd paid us to come here and root you out of this little stronghold of yours, we would have stopped the first time we passed and taken care of it. This will be the second time we've left you in peace.
More persuasion.
Fuck.
And to be fair, by us killing the dragon, we actually helped you guys too. So
What?
even though Bob paid for us to go kill the dragon, you have benefited from it. Yes! Didn't we just say that like 10 minutes ago? I'm pretty sure we did. You're welcome!
So I like the add-on for turn. So turn, you could roll at normal instead of exhaustion disadvantage. So you're given help action Iorwin. However, Iorwin, I want you to roll deception along with it being at advantage because of what Baranor said too, with the dragon dying.
And Olden's just gonna kneel to really anchor his shot. That's all Olden's doing.
That is a dirty 20.
Yes.
Oh.
Very 20. And what was that, Heda?
Can I attempt to, seeing this subpar work of the shield, can I attempt to redo it during this brief moment?
Yes. Yeah. You
During
can
the
take some
banter.
time to like, this is too low. You kind of test it going down and like, wait a second.
Can Heda roll a sleight of hand? So we don't see that she does.
Hang on. I have 6 luck. I'm lucking that because it can't get worse than a 4, and I say that now.
Ready for that too?
It can't.
That's
All right,
not worse than a 4.
That's a 12. That's a 12.
Okay, so we'll resolve that in the second turn. What was your numbers there? Your dice?
Well, thanks to your benevolence and the luck that I just got, I rolled a 16, but I have a -1 to persuasion, so 15. Because no people don't like Turin. He's not likable.
Okay.
Or well
So
spoken, or
I like you, Turin. You're very nice.
thanks.
with that, he does look at you and I'm not sure if you killed a dragon, but I'm interested in hearing the tale. Let him in! And Olden, while this is going on, you have the arrow knocked. You feel your solid stance, and just having your bow with you and feeling the consistency of it, like your muscles falling into place, it just feels right. Feels like the world is for you. You get a luck. thanks to Kingdom Dorch.
Much
Yes.
appreciated, because I was about to put 2 to his eye. All right.
Yes, Olden, I'm sure that holding that bow and arrow feels great. I need a drink.
I'm sure you wouldn't know.
So a bowman goes down, and you see them disappear from the palisade. The other ones begin to. They're not necessarily off guard, but they have lowered their bows, and they're watching you quite carefully from the top of the palisade. But somebody does come down, and you hear a as the gate rises up from where it was deep into the mud. And you see the man from up top come down, this grizzled man with a raggedy beard and a scar that runs down his side of his cheek. And he comes over towards you, his head kind of popping out at the front of the gate.
Well, come on in. Quickly now.
Was I
Okay.
my arrow?
I put all my 12 daggers away.
I'll pick up my shield and sling it over my back.
And by the way, Heda, yes, I want to resolve. Your shield was lovely and laid in perfect, and now he just invited you in. So
I saw it. I saw it.
But you do have a sense of the lay of the land a little better. So perhaps in the future, when you try to do something similar in the same terrain, you may have a better benefit towards it.
Awesome. Cool.
Continuing on, you enter in. As you do, walking through the mud and of this area, the gate closes behind with a thick crashing in.
What's your names?
Baranor.
Turn.
I already told you mine, and you very rudely dismissed me.
That's all I owe it. Molden.
And
Ada.
what was the big one? You there, the lady. Hey, yes. You can rest. There's a house back that way. Go towards that. I'll meet you in there. There's a fire already stoked, some beds. We don't have much meat, to be honest. We can't offer much in ways of food. But I want to hear this tale of you slaying a dragon.
And what might your name be?
Scarf.
Well met.
That's all you'll hear from that. Just call me Scarf.
And he begins to move away after he says that.
What do we see building-wise inside the walls?
So there's 3 buildings, but it looks like there's a couple tents as well. And essentially, it's just a ragtag, makeshift, sort of guarded settlement there, of which the purpose you're not really entirely sure, but you can kind of surmise that it might be for some sort of defense in terms of making sure things don't come in and attack in the Iron Hills or make it down the Iron Hills.
Do
But
we
yes.
notice any civilian-esque individuals, or is it simply these
There
bandits?
are not. So you
Okay.
see the bandits, but you don't see any other people walking around.
So I thought, okay. I'm gonna head to the house.
Okay.
My arrow has been put away, but my bow is in hand.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Then you go.
Baranor.
You go. I was waiting for the house moment. So
I'm gonna loop back up toward the wall. I just kind of want to get a good lay of the land, what the wall looks like, what the condition of the gatehouse looks like, things like that.
Sure. The when you look at the wall, you find that it is haphazardly built, perhaps rushed, or maybe age has set in where the logs themselves are not as stable as they used to be due to the mud and the terrain and the weather. It's a little worn out. There may be some crevices or cracks in between, but as it is, it's about 30 foot high wall, and it does seem at least structurally sound. It goes all the way around, similar to like it's half of it. When you go in there, you see the terrain itself is made of mud, more of that, a little bit of melted snow. It's a little slippery, a little slick, mostly wood. Everything is wood around here, and the back, it's nestled into the back of the Iron Hills, so it's like a half palisade settlement.
How would somebody get up onto the wall if they were on they had just walked through the gates and wanted to turn around and climb up and get on top?
So in terms of there are stairs that are attached to the gatehouse. You go inside the door there, and it leads up to the top.
Okay. Can I gauge the condition? Will they let me go up the stairs into the gatehouse?
Oh, you have to ask.
All right. I'll walk up while they're going to the house, so that way.
Yeah, my questions were similar. I was wanting to know like weak points in the area. Were there any buckets of oil or anything that they would do for like siege stuff? Any weapons or arrow buckets anywhere on the way to this house?
Sure, make an investigation check, or rather a perception check.
That is a 19.
19, as you are walking along, your practiced eye begins to scan about, and you spot several barrels of arrows nestled on the top of the palisade there. A couple of boxes and crates that are underneath the catwalk on top of the palisade. That's about it in terms of what you can surmise to be defensible items.
And the guys up on top are still looking at us, right, as we walk to this house?
They are. Their eyes are beaded down on you. There might be 2 or 3 who have kind of looked away and are chumming it up within themselves, but beyond that, they are staring at you quite noticeably. Yes, Olden.
As I'm approaching the house, does it seem like it would have been originally a house, or does it just seem like a random shack that's been built?
It's definitely a random shack, not an original house. It looks to be poorly constructed.
Okay, that's all I needed.
As we're walking up, I keep my shield, but I hang the hammer from my belt and pull out the flask of strong dwarven spirits that I always have, and kind of look back towards the guards that are like the guys that are on the wall, and kind of toast them and take a swig, which is a cover for counting heads. I want to know how many people they actually have in here.
Oh, okay. I like that. Do a performance check for me.
Performance check.
At disadvantage, I'm assuming.
Well,
he has to breathe at disadvantage.
Everything's at disadvantage. Okay, so performance, not perception, is going to be rolled a 2, so a 1.
A 1. Okay.
Not a natural 1. A dirty 1.
That is pretty okay. Yeah. As you begin to take that swig, one of the bowmen notices kind of your behavior even before you started doing it, and he begins to tail you guys along the way. And as you do it, he kind of just elbows you to the side, making you spit up your ale. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
Since he's there now, I'm gonna ask him. So you all don't have enough food for yourselves? Is that what I'm understanding?
There's... Yes. If I'm honest, there's not really much here in ways of food. But you'll learn more of that inside. Go on. Follow Scarf's orders.
Is Hada still... Are you going away, or are you coming with us?
No, I kind of want to get a lay of the land. I'm kind of wandering around.
Okay, but if Irowen sees you going, she's like, Haida, I do think it would be wise for me to tend to your wounds. You look very badly injured.
Will it take more than a second, or should I just come in?
I mean, I can slap a bandage on it very quickly, but should you want more, it would take at least 10 minutes.
Okay, give me half that, and then I'll come back in and we can sort
Okay.
out my wounds.
So I can do for touch just 2d8. If I have 10 minutes, I can do 68, but I'll just do the 2.
I'll wait until I come back and then
Okay.
heal me up. That way.
Okay,
I can
cool. Cool.
Goofiness.
Okay, so everyone else.
Don't
just to
do
clarify,
anything
everyone else
stupid.
is going in.
Not going in. So if we're in front of the house, while we're there, I want to determine how many ways can I see to get into this house? Additional windows or doors just from the front view as we approach.
So the one house that you're looking at, the one he told you to go to, that one has one window, one door that you can see, unless you decide to, scout entirely around it. But it is also pushed to the back side of the rock face.
So both the door and the window are front facing, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'm gonna go in first.
Okay. Is anybody else following?
I am.
I'll go in.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Ronyo is right with me.
I'm gonna stand at the window and watch Haida.
Stand at the window. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. If I can
So
see out the window.
Do you need a box?
Yeah.
So you manage to go inside. You go inside. The door opens up with a, and then close behind. Being in there, you find that you are in sort of a hovel. There are some furs laden about on the ground, a fire, a hearth that's none too far away from you, but is small. The room itself may be 30 by 30 in size. Total, but it looks to be like not necessarily a barracks, but more like a cafeteria, a place of gathering for everybody to eat and relax. There are several long wooden tables laid out with benches along the way. And Turin, you go over to the window. You look through this little foggy glass window, stylized in the manner that is similar to what you might find in the medieval times. Not a perfect window, but kind of blurry when you look through, and you can see a little bit of a weird vision of Hayden moving about as you do so, staring out there. There's no one really in there except for one person who comes in with you, the one who was following along Turin. And he comes and he kind of stands near next to you. Something out the window.
I'm a friend.
Well, tell him to come in.
She'll come in when she's ready.
Scarf won't like that.
Yeah. We'll see. Then I'll take a swig of my liquor and actually swallow it this time, and then kind of pass it or offer some to him. It's not meat, but warm me up.
No thanks. Not while I'm on duty. Welcome to here. There's not much to it. Find a seat yourself. The beds are in the building next over. If we don't have enough room for you, you can sleep in one of the tents. But that all depends on Scarf and what he wants. Don't get in on his bad side. He's
Does he
not
have
a
a good
kind
side?
character, but he is a good boss.
Does he have a good side?
Yes, at times. He treats us well. Keeps us fed. We're not starving. He makes sure we stay alive.
I suppose that's more than nothing.
It is. And he kind of stands to the side and lets you all have room for it. to sit down and move about. Hada, in the meantime, what are you doing as you look about this camp?
You're muted.
I'm gonna make my way toward. I'm gonna make my way toward the door to get up to the gatehouse.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to go over there, and as you do, there are two guards who are looking down at you from up top, and one that's standing in front of it.
In front of the door.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna reach into my pouch and pull out 3 gold pieces, and then just kind of one in each finger. Show it to them. 1 for each of you, if I'm allowed in.
They stare.
Or
The two up top. They roll insight for me.
okay, that's not bad. Insight is plus. What's my insight? 6, so 18.
18. The two up top do fidget, and they look down, but they glance over at the one standing in front of the house, the gatehouse there, the door, and they clear their throat and don't say anything. The one at the gatehouse, rather, he's just staring.
I'll smirk and then go like this with my hand with all 3 of them to the guy at the gatehouse. They're yours if you want. I like to know where I'm staying.
The person at the gatehouse smiles, and there's just several teeth missing, blackened, and takes the money.
Thank you.
Moves
And
to the
I'll
side.
walk in. I'll walk in. And up the
It
stairs.
opens up. Up the stairs you go. You get up to the top, and you find that it just goes up one way and then turns the other way at an angle. Until you reach the top, and it's probably about 15 sets of stairs. You manage to get to the top, and you are there with the 2 other guards. And they just look at you.
I'm sorry. Your friend at the front told me that he would hand him out to you.
They look over, look down to the ground, and he just waves with a toothy smile.
Looking
Welcome to
so
hell.
the room that I'm in, can I see the winch that they use to bring the gate up?
Yes, it's there. It's just a kind of it's a small one, a little small 4-pegged spigot that you can go through. The rope a little torn, but it is still in working order.
But it's torn. Okay. So it's still in working order, but it's torn. Okay.
Yes.
I'll look at them. Who this is hell. Who do you all work for? Is it this scarf fellow? Or is there somebody else? Who runs hell?
Don't know, really. Scarf is kinda in charge. He helps us, he feeds us, he tells us what to do. But we're mostly just making sure nothing gets through.
How long have you been working here?
3 years now for me. Julian over there, he's been here for, what? 2? 2 years, is it?
And Scoff says he doesn't owe allegiance to Bod. Yet you're men. Where do you hail from then?
Oh, all over. Some of us from Lake Town, when it got destroyed, we didn't want to go back over towards establishing a new one. Some of us from the south. Got one from Gondor. Don't know whereabouts they got up here from, but they managed to make it through. One who says they from the north, further north than the Iron Hills, I wager. What about you? Where do you hail from?
East, Or that's west. I'm sorry, west of the Anduin.
Oh, right. I don't know where that is.
Well, if you're from Lake Town, yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Then if you go, have you ever heard of Bayon, the bear man?
What sort of tales
Nope.
have you heard? A bad man?
He helped King Bard during the Battle of the Five Armies after Lake Town was destroyed.
I'll stop you right there. Something you'll need to consider while you're here in the settlement. I don't know how long you'll be here. But don't say the name Bard. Scoff doesn't
Okay.
like it.
I'll say that guy with the bow. How about that?
Well, that doesn't really specify exactly who it might be. Lots of us had bows. I have a bow. Could be talking about me.
Okay, the guy that killed the dragon, Smaug. Is that bad? Can I not refer to Bard
Just
at
don't
all?
speak of him at all. Don't say
Okay,
it.
anyway.
Don't talk about his feats. Don't talk about the dragon.
Anyway, Bayon was this man. Well, he's a Bayoning technically, who turned into a bear, but he helped out during the Battle of the Five Armies. Have you heard of him, or tale of him?
I've heard talks of something similar before, but I thought it was all fairy tales. So what you're saying is true.
Yes, I'm one of his people, and I'll like show him my forearm, and my forearms are more, I would imagine, more unnaturally hairy compared to a normal human of Middle Earth. And just, I can do more, but I haven't rested in a while. If we stay long enough for me to be fully rested, then I promise I will show you the mild in comparison capabilities that I have to Bayon himself.
So what you're saying is you can be, you're half bear, half woman?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I'm half bear, half
So
woman.
was it your mom or your pup that's the bear?
Oh, for sure me mom, because you know men, they just hump everything.
That's sure is true. That's believable.
God.
That's believable. Well, that's a strange tale. I mean, you are right, Harry. I'll be honest about that. I'll be honest about that. Yeah, right. So what's the reason why you're here? What do you need?
Well, the gentleman who talked to Scoff to let us in, he's mostly right. We're doing a service for He Who Shall Not Be Named, and we had to go kill the dragon up in the Dwarven Citadel, a little bit ways into the mountain from here.
Right, that dragon. Right, scary thing. That one. Got to be careful
Yeah.
around it. Very large. Very
So
blue.
you've seen it. You've seen it.
Yes, it's well, not recently, but in the past month or so, it's been moving about a bit more.
Let me ask you another question. Have you seen a hobbit, a small, like, child-sized person with another figure who is missing their tongue, and I think like the hand? I don't remember if there was their hands. No, that's Baronor. I'm mixing up people with disabilities.
I think his finger's missing.
I think his fingers. Yeah, his fingers missing. Yeah, like that. Like that. Yeah. And have you seen the two of them around recently? They're supposed to be heading this way.
It's funny you should mention that. I have seen what you call a hobbit, a little person, right? Not much bigger than a child, but they talk like they're an
I like
adult.
put my hand on my knee.
Barefoot,
Yeah,
never
that's,
wearing any shoes. I found it quite odd walking up the mountain without shoes on.
Mm-hmm. Hobbits are strange.
So yeah, I have seen that one, but this other fella with a missing tongue, I remember that one. Haven't seen that. Can't say I have.
Did the Hobbit come in here, or did she move on?
Oh yeah, she sure did. She did. She and a few of her other men.
we let them in. They stayed for a bit. Talked with Scarf. Not sure what business they sort of had. Along with some dwarves who said they was hunting the dragon as well.
So this was a while ago then. This wasn't recently.
Oh,
Like this
yes.
wasn't in the past. Wasn't in the past
see.
like day or two.
Was that, Jillian? Was that 2 weeks ago? A fortnight ago? Was it? Or was that? Yeah, thereabouts. Thereabouts.
Okay, but not within the past day or two.
No, not seen him since.
Okay. I'm gonna take out 3 gold pieces and put it in his hand and divvy it up between your men. I appreciate
As he
the
holds
help
the gold pieces
and the friendliness.
we transition over to inside with Iorwin, Ronia, Olden, Turin, and Baranor. As you're inside with Turin staring out, you do find Turin Haida disappearing into the watchtower. You can see from where you're at, facing some sort of blurry large man and standing in front of it and then disappearing behind. Beyond that, eventually the door opens up in the front. And in comes this grovelly old man, weathered from age and perhaps battle, a scar on his side, scarf, again, wrinkled face, beard, ragged. Well, you find yourself at home yet?
Oh, we've slept much worse than this before, so thank you very much for your hospitality.
Scarf,
Take a seat.
you all needing help with obtaining food for your men?
We always need food. Take a seat.
I'm already sitting down. Blind old
Right.
friend.
You're taking a seat. You there at the window, take a seat.
Wait for my friend.
So much.
Now listen here. I don't care who you are, where you been, or if you've even claimed to slay a dragon. If you're in my settlement, you listen to me. You're a guest in my home. Take a seat.
Olden will continue leaning against the wall.
They've got bad knees. They sit down, they may never stand up. He's old.
Turn walks over and sits facing the door.
So, you do not move, and Olden, you do not move.
Yeah, I'm staying against
Or,
the wall.
Turin, you
and-
move towards the door, right?
Well, he sat
No.
down.
He sat down.
Oh,
I
yes,
moved.
okay.
I sat down facing the door.
Okay. And Olden, you're not budging.
No, I'm like against the wall, closer to a corner, ensuring I can keep all eyes on all parts of anything.
Is Sindarin, is that Elvish?
Yes. That is, yeah.
So
That's
then-
one of them.
Yeah.
Commonly
But
used.
Yeah, there's
Olden,
several.
Olden knows that language, right?
That's a good question,
Correct.
isn't it?
I know that language.
Well, you're sitting down. I want to know if Olden knows that language.
Are you speaking in Sindarin?
Yes. That's why I'm asking if I would know if you know it or not. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I didn't know we had a conversation in Sindarin. I mean, sure, yeah.
Okay. So in Sindarin, friend, please, let's not poke the fire yet.
And then begrudgingly, Olden will hop off the wall, pull up the seat, but still keep himself where he has all peripheral vision, like visible to everything. No windows or anything at his back.
As you do that, he smiles a little bit, looks a little pleased with himself as you obeyed his orders. Kind of. He obeyed. He doesn't know that.
I know he doesn't.
But yeah, he goes and sits down, gets real close, his arms.
Where's the big one?
Just getting some air. Her kind don't like being confined.
Your men are keeping an eye on her. Don't worry.
Or persuasion. Or deception.
Yes. 18.
And you can roll
so
at advantage
27.
because of Irewind's
Oh,
boost
I'll roll
there.
again.
With the help action.
Let's see if I get a 20. No. So 27.
27.
Fine. Well, tell me about this dragon.
Well, what do you want to know?
Which dragon did you kill? Which
What?
one and how?
What dragon did we kill? Like, did it have like a name?
It did have a name.
The dragon that we attacked. What dragon did we kill? I'm asking the LM this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever declared his name. He only
Did
declared
Bard
himself
tell
in
us?
terms of-
He said his name while he was talking to Ren.
Yeah.
Oh, he okay. So yeah, Ruinel.
Ruinel?
Yeah.
Ruinel's the name, but you
Ruinel.
would know for sure that it was a blue large dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his name was Ruinel. He was a blue large dragon. And we got there, in his lair, in some keep or tower. We got there before the dwarves, killed the beast and the goblins that laid with him, and then came back down the hill.
So, the one with wings, eh?
Yes,
you
it tried to
killed it.
fly away, but we caught it and killed it.
Now, how did you... There's what? One... At least 7 or 6 of you. How did you slay a dragon, eh?
Very carefully. See, the dragons have an ego. They think that they are stronger than you. You toy with the ego, you get them to land near their horde. And when they're down, the big one outside that needs air, and this crazy dwarf here, kind of hold it down while we attack it from afar.
Turn will take his hammer and not like hard, but kind of slam it down on the table. Anything dies if you hit it hard enough times.
And I never miss.
That's true.
That's why, we take the job.
Most normal weapons don't do damage to dragons.
Who said
So
we
you
use
either
normal
must
weapons?
have some special weapons,
We do.
or you're
And then-
lying.
And then, like, kind of to his response, because I haven't let go of my bow, I just kind of like turn it over, and it's elven, dwarvish, like craftsmanship, and the energy of Dirtino radiates within it. I don't miss.
You see him almost naturally come out and reaching out towards that bow. His hand almost wanting to grasp it, shaking as he does.
And like
That's a
as he
nice
reaches,
bow you got there.
and my hand just kind of reaches to the back, like not for my arrow, but I reach towards my neck just to grip it. No, just it is.
He stops short of grabbing it and just taps on the table instead.
It's a nice bow. Nice bow.
Thank you. Some of my best work.
Oh, you made it, did you?
With my own hands.
And mine.
It does take a hand. I can make you one if you like, if you're not too attached to both of yours.
I'm not sure if that's a threat or a promise.
That's
Promise
enough.
I might like. That said, there's no way of knowing whether your story is true or not.
Well,
Perhaps only time will tell if the dragon is gone.
we could lead you up to the mountain and show you.
There's quite
There's
a
no
horde
need of
left.
that. No,
There's some treasure left,
unclaimed.
unclaimed.
I mean, you might have to contend with some goblins in the area, but yes.
But at least you worry not about trolls.
Yes, we took care of those two. 3 of them.
The Iron Hills is rife with all sorts of evils. Trolls and goblins are just the short of it. Still, gold does sound good. Could use that.
He leans back for a moment and considers all that you said. And then, after thinking and pondering on it, he comes back forward. Oh, a little head thing.
I hate when that happens.
Go.
Well, you're welcome to stay here for how long do you need? How long do you want to stay in my...
A night,
cabins?
maybe 2. Unless you
Enough
all have
time-
some work, we might stay longer.
Yes. We do have some friends who need to recover from some injuries before going back out into the wilderness. And my offer still stands. Should you have anyone in the area who needs some, attention medically, I'm more than happy to help. And if you happen to have any storerooms or reserves of herbs or anything like that, I'd really like to be able to see them.
I can't feed you. But you could stay for 2 nights. That's it.
And he gets up, puts his hands down hard on the table, and begins to exit. And as he does, he turns with his head kind of cocked to the side, not all the way turned around, but just kind of looking back.
Don't let me catch you snooping about.
And then he exits. We bounce back to Haida. Haida, you and the fellow there, he takes the gold. That's right, kind of you. I don't know what to say. I've never seen even gold up close. Where'd you get it?
That dragon. We got it from its horde.
A dragon.
I know you won't believe me, but if you and your folk go up there, then maybe you'll see for yourselves. And I'm going to proceed. I'm going to. There's a small trove, yes.
Fuck. It's not guarded. We could just take it as we please.
Well, when we were leaving, there were a couple of dwarves, which I think were the dwarves that you were talking about that were there. They just got there as we were leaving. But I think that there's only 2 of them, maybe 3. And the dwarves are like, other than the one that came with us, they're all a bunch of...
Well, that's odd. If there's only 3. Oh. Well, that means they must have came into trouble on the way up.
I mean, there were orcs in the hill, and you haven't seen that group of people that came with the hobbit, did you?
I know. I didn't see them. Haven't seen them since. No. There was about 20 dwarves, and I think about 12 or 13 of the other ones. Pointy,
12,
and they wore some sort of mud on their face at all times.
Wait, there were 20 dwarves, and you're telling me that I only saw 3 of them when they came into the
Thereabouts, yes.
Fucking.
They cleaned our
fucking
stock
wolves.
right out.
Oh, they took all your supplies.
Well, they ate all of the supplies. I don't know where they took it. They took it in their belly, perhaps.
I'm gonna take out. I think I have. Where are my rations at? I have enough rations to get me through the journey and then some. So I'll take out like a couple days worth and hand it to him as well. These hopefully feed your people. I know it's not much, but it's more than you guys deserve. Or, well, the dwarves took a shit ton from you. I want to make sure that I'm not a good speaker, even though I'm doing incredibly well right now.
Bless you. Bless you, madam. This is wonderful. I don't know what to say.
You fucking
You
call
give
me madam. No, you don't call me madam unless you want to get clouded about the ear.
What do I call you then?
You call me Hader. Madam was like my great grandmother or some shit, and I hated calling her that.
Hader. Thank you, Hader. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
I just say I wasn't here, and I'm gonna just kind of give him a nod and walk out of the gatehouse.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way down the gatehouse. From there, where do you want to go? You see Scarf exiting the building where your friends had gone.
He doesn't notice me. Like we don't.
He
It's
doesn't.
not, he's
He
not
looks-
looking. Okay.
He's moving, kind of hunched over, with a slight hobble, and moving towards one of the buildings next door.
God damn it! Why did you have to say that? As I walk toward the main building that he exited, which I know is the building that my friends are in, can I look and see, is there any, like just walking by, can I see anything that would let me see inside that building he walked in?
No, not entirely. It's pretty boarded up. There's no windows. It's pretty standard shack fare. This one's a little bit smaller.
Then I'll walk on. I'll keep walking on to the house where my friends are at.
All right. You make it inside, and you see Olden Turin. You see him just come right inside because you're standing there, like right or sitting there right by the door. Olden, you scan about and saw Hader come in. So as you enter, what do you all do?
Is there anybody else in here with us?
No, it's just you five, and Ronio.
And this isn't the actual sleeping area. This is the eatery room, right? That was
Correct.
Okay. I'm. No, Olden's just gonna kind of relax in his little seated position. Just.
What did you see, Heda?
The gatehouse isn't in. The rope to bring up the gate is partially cut, so it leads me to believe they aren't repairing it, or they just don't give a shit, or they don't know. Ren or another hobbit were by here less than a fortnight ago, with 13 other pointy-eared fucks. And the dwarves cleaned this place out, took all the food, as your kind typically do, and then continued on their way. There were 20 of them, though, and we only ran across, what, 3?
Was it 3?
So
Oh,
that-
it was 2.
Was it 3 or 2? I don't remember,
It was
because
3.
I wasn't.
Two that were
I
active
was
in the
only
talk,
partially.
but 3 total.
I was
that's
only
right.
partially in the room. I was only partially in the room for that, so I don't remember it. But only 3 of them in the dragon's horde, which leads me to believe that either the orcs got them or the elves got them. One of the two. And how 13 elves and 20 dwarves were in a settlement like this together without burning it down surprises the fuck out of me.
More importantly, what killed 13 elves and 17 dwarves?
Yes, I'm very much wondering the same thing.
Dragons.
Well, they haven't seen Ren. They haven't seen Ren come through here yet. Ren did not come here on the way back, and they have not seen a man, or they have not seen the man that we saved. So I guess my hypothesis, best guess, would be that Ren came here with those. Well, but Ren here was with us.
Aye. If she came a fortnight ago, and Lord Master Point of Order, we spent 2 days getting up the mountain. One night in the mountain, and then most of a day to get back to this point.
Coming
Is
back.
that right? So 4 days total?
And how many days did it take for us
4
to
or
get
5
from?
is about to get to the Iron Hills was about a week's worth of trekking.
Yeah.
And then getting up and down to where you're at now, give or take 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it takes a week to get to the mountains. That much I remember.
So if these people saw Ren with a group of elves a fortnight ago, and she came through with us just 4 days ago. Look, numbers are not my strong suit. You know that. But that
yeah,
math
but they're-
does not up.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, how west or east of the Anduin, how common are hobbits? Because I mean,
Yeah.
I know I've seen one, but like, are they something where they're like never seen, or are they common enough where this is no, because it's 13 elves and a hobbit. That can't be. No, that's
definitely out of the
that's super
ordinary
sus.
in terms of knowledge of hobbits east of the Misties and beyond. It's kind of rare. There are some store folks, I think they're called stores, who have a small settlement south of Mirkwood, a little ways down, close to the east side of the Misty Mountains, right on in between like Lothlorien and Mirkwood, around that area.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much rare or never seen at all.
So
So the
Can
odds
I
that
deduce-
would probably be her then?
yeah,
Yeah.
like can I deduce with a reasonable degree of certainty that this person was Ren?
Yeah.
Or okay.
So then what
Yeah,
you're saying
so-
is that she came up here a week or so ago with another
With the
group
elves.
to do something.
She came up here. No, she came up here 4 days before we left.
So right before
So
we got her.
left right before we got her. She was up here with 13 dwarves or 13 elves.
Do we remember what? Because she was with
Right? Is
some.
that right?
Yeah, but she was with the other group when we were
Is
back
that
at
right?
that other
Thought.
town.
Not
Yeah,
that
she
we
was-
Is that
know
right
of.
though?
Yeah.
Like, does that logic? Is that reasonable logic for us to be having right now? Is that she was up here
Yes.
prior to us leaving Dale?
You can
Okay.
infer as much that, yeah, she had visited beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she was with the elves, she was caught, and then she was back with the elves?
Well,
No, 'cause they
didn't
were-
find
that was
elves. No,
technically-
those were
They
men.
were not
Those were
elves.
men.
Yeah,
Those were
those were
men.
men.
Those were men. Were the people.
That
That
was-
By the way, Iowan, can you stop patching me up? I've been bleeding from the same spot.
I was about to ask,
can
but you know.
Yeah, can we do? Yeah, thank. she had.
I've had it ready. It's been waiting. 28 plus 4.
It was
Oh my God.
Great,
32
thank you.
points of healing. There you
Oh,
go.
We can safely deduce
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm out of single digits now.
that Ren was here before we got here.
Mm-hmm.
That's most unusual. We never did get a good understanding of what
Did-
exactly happened with her.
Did Scarf say what they were doing when they came up here, other than just eat their food?
To the people that were, I'm gonna lore dump all of
Everything
my
that they
shit
told
so I
you,
don't have
yeah.
to repeat myself.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna lore dump everything that everybody heard that wasn't there,
Dang, I
You
should have
know,
paid attention.
except for the part where I told them that they could go steal the dragon horde.
I mean, to be fair, we
Even though
told
Baron-
Scarf that too, so, you know.
So your
Yeah.
mother's a bear is what I just heard.
Yeah. And your dad humped
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Got it. Cool. That's the lore I care about.
There was a wolf
canon.
and a sheep and There's a wolf and a sheep. I think there was a pig at one point.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, bear pig. Got it. Yep, cool.
Yes, man, bear pig. Yes.
Man, bear pig.
Some time passes, and you see the men begin to come inside. One person comes in first. He has some sort of an apron on, and comes over and begins to head towards the back of the room, where he goes and dives into the boxes. As soon as he gets in, several other men and women enter in. These roughly dressed, ragtag sort of militia come in and set their weapons to their side, begin filling the seats around you, kind of awkwardly, talking and murmuring amongst themselves. And soon after, you see the person in the back begin to hand out food to each one, giving out some plates as well, and dipping like a cup into a barrel of some sort of liquid, a vat, and handing them out to each of the people. But you note that you do not get any. People are kind of like taking their food and moving to the side. I think you're muted.
I am. Thank you. Before anybody else says anything, like, or feels like they're being disrespected, just very hushly, again, within that story, I'm going to remind them that the dwarves were unkind to these people and took more than their fair share of food and ale, and that's probably why we're not being offered anything.
Is that the same dwarves that we encountered? Probably.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They were the remnants of the dwarves we encountered.
Did we see any wildlife or anything?
Yeah.
Outside.
Irowen would have definitely been curious about that.
I would say those who have proficiency in survival.
Yeah, I do.
Roll survival check.
By a lot.
Natural fucking 20. 28.
Honestly,
Wait,
Okay, that is,
Baranor is proficient in
I
survival?
am.
That's a 20.
Damn.
That's a
Okay.
27 for me.
27.
Okay.
And
I have a
Baranor
plus
is
10
nat 20.
modifier to survival.
That's a 22 with disadvantage for Heda.
Nice.
You hear that, everybody? They do not wait. You do not need to give them with disadvantage. Jeez.
I didn't even use a luck die. I didn't even use a luck die for that.
No,
Yeah, I rolled
no more
an
luck
18,
dice to them. Give it to
18
the
and a
DM.
16.
I'm just kidding.
I
no,
hope that
no,
everyone's
no,
like
no,
pitching their thing, like, yeah, no, give it to me, fuck those guys, give it to me.
Give it to me.
Just don't give it to Solo.
I would like.
I've
to
only
point
gotten
out
one today,
that
guys.
I
You
have,
guys
like,
have
two
definitely got way
proficiencies.
more than I am.
So
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Turn. You only have athletics and athletics.
Oh, I have quite a few.
Point of
Being
order. I am proficient in it, but I know that Olden was too focused on ensuring we survived, so he would have not paid attention to anything beyond our group's survival. That
And
is why I'm
Irowen,
not-
who has no weapons, would have paid attention to all of that.
Ha. So, considering the roles that you had between Heda, Iorwin, and Baranor, the three of you were able to generalize the wildlife in the area, finding it to be sparse. Coney here, a squirrel there, but as you got higher up into the mountain, it was far and few between.
So, like, I guess what I'm trying to deduce is like, would we be able to go out for an hour and track
Go hunting?
a big creature
Yeah.
to kill, and for us, but then also for these people?
That's a good question. I think it would be difficult. It's a potential. It'd probably take longer than an hour.
Got it. What time of day is it?
At this point in the day, it is a little after noon-ish. Like a late lunch.
Got it. Fuck it. Heda. You feel like hunting?
Technically, I'm not that kind of ranger,
Oh, that's
but I
fair.
guess I can go. Yeah.
Well, you don't have
No.
to.
I do. I'm more of the I'll slit an orc's throat type of person,
Got it.
not a.
I just wanted to ask you
Wow.
before I asked Olden. That was it.
Heda doesn't
Oh
know.
no! He's a better archer than I am. Definitely take him.
I'm really good at finding things, though.
That's fair. Or you can find some
Hey there.
herbs as well.
I'm gonna try to find a way to perfect this grog here, and I'm gonna like pour it into a fucking ale horn, and try to find a. I'm gonna do some alchemy level stuff.
That's amazing.
Irowen would definitely like to find some herbs, and she's also really good at tracking.
Yeah.
Sure.
Meanwhile,
I would say with that same survival roll, when you were going through and noticing the wildlife, you also noticed a lack of plantage, of herbage around. There wasn't a lot to be found. So for doing something similar, you would need to take at least half a day to.
Oh,
do
half
something
a
like
day. Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Same
mean,
thing with the
I'm
hunting, it would
okay.
take
So, and I
about
know
half a
Turin and Haida have to rest. So then, yeah, I would probably ask the other two if they want to go for a walk, have a private conversation, but then also get some food and herbs, maybe.
Okay. So as I understand it, you guys are going to
Split the party.
split the party.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. It's always good when you split the party. Okay.
Especially in Middle Earth.
Yes.
What could possibly
Very,
go
very-
wrong?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But I'm gonna tell
Old,
Scarf.
um,
I'm gonna
Olden
tell
is
we
him.
not
bring-
going.
Should we
Ol-
bring some of that men as well? Perhaps
Olden
they'd like to aid us.
is not going.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So who is going and who's not?
I'll take Arwen if she wants to go, and I'll tell Scarf that I'm gonna see if I can conjure up some food for his men.
Okay. And you're doing that now, correct?
Yes.
You said it was like noon, so
Yeah.
half a day. Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. So, Iorwin, Baranor, you get up, you leave your area, and exit out, leaving Olden, Turin, and Haida in this kind of awkward little situation with people who definitely
Don't want
necessarily
to.
despise you. They don't want to talk to you, and you feel there's a little bit of social distancing here. Pandemic. So yeah, you manage to make your way out. You go out, and as you do, you turn over, looking for Scarf. You do not see him.
Then, on the way out, the people by the gate tell Scarf that we're going to go find some food for all of you. If you'd be so kind to
one
open
you
the
talk
door
to
when we
doesn't
return.
respond. They're just staring.
You're welcome to join us.
Okay.
I'm trying to be polite. Oh, also, and Ronyo's coming with us too.
Do I notice anything weird about them? Other than they're just uncomfortable?
Yeah.
The ones at the gate, not necessarily that much. No.
They're just hardened, right?
They're just correct.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go find some.
So we'll go out
Things.
and deal with that. Iorwin, Ronio, and Baranor doing their hunting. We'll do that in a second. Haida, Turn, and Olden. In the meantime, this is going to take half a day for them. What are you going to do during this time?
Turn is wildly unconcerned with the level of like social awkwardness because he just reaches into his pack and pulls out some of his rations and starts munching on some rations, drinking his liquor, sort of eyeballing everybody.
Yeah, they see you eating, and you do catch glares as they look down at their plate and their drink and look at yours.
Is the guy that I saw up at the top of the gate in there or no?
Yeah, he's in there.
I'm gonna
He waves you a little
pour.
hello.
I'm gonna bring like a thimble full, like a little bit more than a thimble full of the grog, not your grandma's grog, over to him. And I'm gonna sit next to him and kind of slap him on the shoulder. But I never got your name.
Tuck. I go by Tuck.
Tuck. Yeah. So you want to know what a great drink is?
Well, sure. I love to drink. I'll
So-
be honest, the drinks here are not that good.
And neither is the one I'm about to give you. However, it is one of the most potent alcoholic beverages north of here. And I'm gonna slide him the little tiny glass that I poured of the not your grandma's grog. It's going to smell like shit. It is probably going to taste like shit. But I can almost guarantee you that it is not, in fact, shit.
It's probably shit.
Only a little bit.
Pull it over, and as soon as you push it, it's kind of steaming up this little cloud of scent, and he immediately, oh, what is that? Oh, that's that's disgusting. Ah.
Listen, I have this hole, and I got look. This is mine. You can do yours, Tuck. I promise. If I can drink this much,
Are you
you
sure?
can drink that much. I'm sure.
And you
Trust
say
me.
it's strong, right? It'll
a
get me
strong-
really.
Yes, it'll get you. You know all those warm and fuzzies you feel when you drink mead. Imagine that, except you don't have to drink a lukewarm beverage. It's already nice and steamy for you. It's like hot chocolate. But
What's the bit of trucks? What's the bit of trucks for?
So,
I've never seen trucks
raisin-
in any mead before in my life.
You ever had raisins?
Tuck, it's like a raisin, but it has. It's like a It's like a flavor. It's like a chunk of flavor. That's what it is, Tuck. It's a chunk of flavor.
Tuck is. Look, there's a trick to it, right? You gotta drink it, but then you've also got to filter out the chunks with your teeth, and then you just chew them up a little bit, right? Maybe save one in the back for later.
You gotta
Save it in
dr-
the
like,
back later.
and I go like this, and I go. It's like you gotta drink it like this, and I'll like. I'm gonna drink. I'm like, Tuck, you can do this. Watch. 1, 2, and then I'm gonna clink glasses with him, and then on 3, I'm gonna start drinking it.
He's going to, put it in and.
And I'm gonna, as soon as he does that, I'm gonna tap with my hand. I'm gonna take my hand and put it over his mouth and be like, "You finish that shit, Tuck. It is good. It is not your grandma's grog. It's exactly what it is. It's delicious."
I died! What is this? This black thing?
It was it. I'm gonna take it from his. I'm gonna take it from his hand and be like, "It's a flavor chunk," and pop it into your mouth, into my mouth.
Oh, there's an aftertaste. Oh, I can't get it out.
Most ale has that. It's not
I need something to eat. This is disgusting. And you say it's that it's good, right? It will get me. Oh, I feel something in my stomach. I do. I feel something.
That's right. Yep.
It's coming up.
Yep. I'm gonna take
it's
I'm
coming
gonna
back
do that
up.
thing where I'm like on the back end of the bench. I'm just gonna like pat him real nice and take a lean back.
Oh.
You got this, Tuck. You got this. It's okay. Do not let Grandma's grog get the best of you. Only true men can drink Grandma's grog.
What sort of grandma do you have? This is ridiculous.
Remember how I said that she was, or that my mom was half bad. She's full bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
And some time passes by, and eventually he settles it in. But about 5 minutes afterwards, we roll. That makes sense. And
I'm gonna use my luck. I'm gonna use my luck to make him re-roll it.
Okay.
Please show me a 1.
Since I had a hand in this, please give me.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I tried, ladies and gentlemen. I tried.
As predicted, Grandma's grog does not sit well with any humanoid or free peoples of Middle Earth, and he immediately gets up, and he's like, "Oh my god, this shit!" And he begins to run as fast as he can out the door, and people are kind of staring at him like. And they look back towards you.
Must have been the food.
So, while this is going on, before we jump to Baranor and Iorwin, there's a long stretch of time. What do you want to do in that stretch of time for half a day?
Take turns sleeping.
Sleep. Okay, Olden, how about you?
I will actually just stay up and stay watched to let them sleep for this period of time while I wait for Baranor and Iorwin to get back.
Ada.
I'm just gonna go to the wall, and since I've established a relationship with the doorman to get up to the top of the wall,
Olden's gonna stop you.
Okay.
Olden's gonna stop Heda. Heda. Sleep. Rest.
I mean, it's like the middle of the day.
You still need time to recover.
Okay.
And you hear this voice inside your head saying,
Don't worry, I'm
"Please
speaking
sleep."
Iorwin. I'm speaking Iorwin right now.
I mean, we got 2 days that we can rest here, right?
Maybe. And next thing we know, we're attacked by more trolls, goblins, orcs, dwarves, dragons. We don't know. These bandits may change their mind. Rest while the time allows. That is not a request.
That changes my roll intimidate or roll persuasion to roll intimidation then.
Yeah.
Double teens.
21 on insight.
All right, it's intimidation technically, so. Damn, that's a good old 10.
Do I feel intimidated, Lore Master, by Olden right now?
No.
I'm just gonna. I respect what you're doing. We need somebody outside in case a shit show of these men coming after us does happen.
And like you'll have the ability to really do anything about it, but
I mean, Iolwyn did heal me. I trust her capabilities as a healer.
then if you trust her capabilities, you should believe that Iorwin would repeat this. Sleep.
You know, normally when the mom leaves, the dad lets the kids do whatever the hell they want. And since you're the dad, I was expecting I'd be able to do whatever the hell I want. But you're telling me mom's still in charge, even though she's not here.
I have been put down many times, and Iorwin has ensured we have survived. I can tell you her healing only lasts so long. Rest. But if you wish to go out, I cannot stop you, short of pushing you down myself.
Do you not have tranquilizer darts? I feel like this is a thing you would have.
I should. Put a little sleep
They
pocket on my arrow.
need to be bear tranquilizers in order to take Hayden.
He spiked the grog.
As you guys are having this conversation back and forth.
Hayden's bigger and taller than me. I'm not even going to try to fight. Like, I'm an archer.
Yeah, you're in melee range of Hayden. You don't want to fight Hayden.
Yeah, no. I'm going to wait you at 30 feet, then I got you.
Let me get 30 feet away there. I'll put a couple in your back. It's okay.
As you have this discussion, I do want you, Heda, to roll 2 things for me. 1, a con save, and 2, a wisdom save.
Oh, God. That's a con save. Will be a 17.
Okay, that's good. And the wisdom?
I tried IR when I tried.
Oh, man. That's going to be a 13.
Okay. So, the grog does have a kick a little bit, and your stomach does growl just slightly, but you hold it back. You're a practiced grandma grog practitioner.
The grog is getting better with age. The grog is getting better with age. Note to self.
But you are feeling a bit of weird eeriness in the pit of your stomach when you drink it. something that kind of pulls at the back of your head. You're not sure what it is, but it almost raises your hairs on your arm as you do so.
Animal instincts.
Nothing happens though.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Grumbling to herself like a child who has been told no by both parents, Haida is going to go and lay next to where Turin is laying.
Yeah,
So you
and
find-
as Olden and Haida had this conversation, there was the melodious sound of Turin snoring in the background the whole time.
Soundtrack of my life now.
So you have made
I'm
it to the other building, not the one that Scarf went into, but the one beyond that seems to be some sort of barracks. And they led you to that direction and showed that there are 4 beds there available, and kind of with a sad face said maybe perhaps it'll be better suited for you, as the previous owners are no longer there.
Turin's in one of those beds, correct?
Yes.
All right.
As far as I
Well, I'll get up next to Turin then. She'll get in bed with Turin and pull her bearskin over her as she does so.
Shivering just a little bit.
I mean, she makes sure that Turin has some, but like it's mostly Haida's.
And Olden, you're staying up.
Yes, I will be
Where?
in a kneeling trance kind of thing nearby.
Okay. All right. With that, we will bounce over to Iorwa and Baranor and Ronio. You managed to make it outside, and begin to find some tracks as you meander through the cold, grabbing your cloak and staying warm, making your way a little bit further up the mountain. I want you to roll a survival as you try to determine where these tracks might lead.
23.
21.
Guys, and those awesome rolls. Excellent. So you are able to find the tracks and follow them well enough to where they are in the snow, dipping down a little bit. It takes a moment where you were lost for a second, where it kind of looked like just a bunch of piled up snow. But as Baranor, you kind of moved it around with the stub of your arm, you were able to find the track once more and see how the sticks were broken underneath the snow, and continued further on. Ronio also kind of howling as you go further in the mountain, the echoing out and reverberating across as she bounds up ahead of you all. But in the meantime, what do you all do beyond that? Some time has passed. It's been about 2 hours of you walking together. You're walking around. The floor is yours.
What do you make of these people in this fort?
Yes, they definitely seem like they've had better days. I do wonder what brought them out there in the first place. It's very, very remote, and well, they don't really seem to have a purpose.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They're also not very hospitable to outsiders, it seems.
Well, that was the intent of trying to find some more food for them.
Exactly. No, I understand. And that's why I would like to find some more herbs, because some of them have definitely seen better days. I mean, malnutrition, dehydration, I'm sure there's a lot going on over there.
Yeah.
But it is most interesting that they have a lot of animosity towards King Bard. I wonder what is going on with that.
Do you think they were cast away, maybe?
That's quite possible. I mean, it's the only other reason I could think why they'd be out there. And Irowen continues looking for herbs.
I'm gonna keep looking around too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll another survival for me.
28.
Good gosh. Okay. Yeah. You
Irewind's
find,
really good at this.
in terms of herbage, you do find some. Let's see. You find enough. Shadowreed, I believe is what it's
Shadowreed
called.
or Shadowthorn?
Yeah. Shadowthorn, correct. Shadowthorn, sort of nestled in the crevice of a broken log that is jutted out by the rock face of the Iron Hills.
Okay.
It's kind of growing on the side out of the innards of it. You go over to it and quickly use your dagger to snap off a couple pieces, enough for 3 potent uses.
Got it.
Baranor, did you roll survival as well for the food?
19.
So as you begin to follow these tracks, you find an interesting set of tracks that go along the other way. You manage to find some meat. This is actually a wolf that has been slaughtered and has been left in the snow. But there are separate tracks that go off to the side.
Do I?
Track.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I recognize what types of tracks they are?
You roll a shadow lore.
Oh shit.
Also, I do know the presence of shadow creatures.
That's a 17.
What's the range of the shadow creature's presence?
I don't like that you asked that.
I don't either.
Let's see the unseen. You are automatically aware of the presence or proximity of ghosts, shades, and wraths of any kind.
That's a no then. So, in terms of using your shadow lore, you said it was 16, Iorwin?
No, I said, wait, shit. Yeah, it was like 16 or 18. I don't even remember now. Yeah, I think it was 16.
With that, you're able to determine that the tracks up ahead are goblinoid orc.
Baranor. How many do I see?
It's hard to determine because of how it is set up. Perhaps Baranor could
Yeah,
determine
Baranor.
that.
Goblins have been through this area.
Do we know how long ago?
Roll a survival.
18. Going down. It's not good.
Yeah. So you look at it, and it seems to be at least an hour since.
Okay.
I mean, do we take the wolf? Should we continue looking? I mean...
Well, we're alone. I don't want to get caught against the with goblins out here.
No, I don't either.
So the wolf is still fresh enough to eat, right?
Yes, it's in the
Okay.
cold, and it's only
Yeah.
been an hour.
Got it.
Great.
And it does look like it was what's the words? That it was killed by the goblins, right?
You find that there are 2 wicked arrows jutting out of its neck.
Okay. Well, we can bring it back and let the others decide.
I agree. I mean, perhaps it's the thought that counts.
I would like to remove the arrows with the intent of feeding other people.
Got it. Yeah, with your death practice, you're able to, with one hand, manage to.
I mean, I'm
pull it out
assuming I
without-
can help take an arrow out.
Sure.
Well, I
causing
remember
any
we took arrows out
injury.
before and got shadow points. That's the reason why I said that.
Yes.
We're not keeping them. We're just taking them out.
Right, taking them out. Taking them out is fine. You take them out just fine. It doesn't cause any problems in terms of removing them. Ronio, you hear that she begins to howl in the distance. And her nose
Back-
is pointed towards the tracks
Okay.
that led away from the goblin
We should
tracks,
go.
essentially.
We should probably go now. And what I'm going to do is before we leave, though, I am going to take the Shadow Thorn that I just found, and I'm going to mush it up, and I'm going to start wiping it on myself and on Baranor. Here, this will make it harder for them to find us.
And after she does, is the wolf bleeding out anywhere?
Oh, and I'll put it on the wolf, too.
Yes,
Why not?
the wolf has bled profusely from the neck wound.
Arwen, you keep going that way. I'm gonna take the wolf and kind of walk the opposite direction for like 100 feet and like make it bleed in that direction. And then out of my bag, I have a blanket that I'm gonna wrap the wolf in, and then go and follow her. And try to and kick up my I kind of like cover up my tracks a little bit so the goblins think that we went that way. They'll follow the blood.
Okay.
Is the idea.
And then I masked our scent, so we have advantage on stealth checks for 3 days now.
Oh, shit.
Roll survival for me. And I assume you're stealthing your way out? Or are you trying to...
probably 23.
Walk at a normal pace?
Well, since Ronyo was starting to howl, I think we'd be making haste.
Okay.
27.
27, yes. You do what you intended to do, and you do it well. You cover your tracks. You manage to lead a blood trail away from the direction that you're going in, and then stamp down the blood so that it doesn't continue to bleed out. With that said, now covered in this sort of soot plant matter, there is a stench to you. Not a welcoming one, but it does mask your scent, your natural scent, your humanoid scent. And you manage to make your way back down the mountain. However, I do want you to roll a perception.
17.
17.
24.
24. So you do hear Ronio howls one time with a... And then in the distance, you hear a call back. And then you begin to hear, this is kind of far away, reverberating in the mountains, but you also begin to hear chattering in the distance. It seems to be echoing off the mountains. You're not sure of the direction. It's hard to pinpoint it because it's just like back and forth echoes. Just sort of like a large auditorium echoing out. And you can hear enough to where you know that it's spoken in common, but without doing any further investigation, you wouldn't be able to determine what is actually being said.
Okay. So I'd like to move in haste. I'd like to tell Arwen to keep her dog quiet, move as fast as we can, and we're going back in the direction of the fort. But what I want to do is I want to go back in the way of the fort, but then come around and come from, like if we're north of the fort and coming down, I want to come to the fort from the south. So if we get followed, it doesn't look like we brought him back.
Okay, sure. With that intention in mind, do another survival for me to see how well you can manage that.
18.
Yes. Plus 8 is 25.
Nice. So you do that, and you manage to make it look like you're coming from a different direction. And some time passes. By the time that you do get back doing what you do, it's been not necessarily half a day, but it's definitely been about 6 or 7 hours out meandering about in this kind of cold weather. So that said, I want you to roll a con save, both of you.
That is a nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Nice.
Luck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Excellent.
Baron
I do have one last one. I think this is the time to do it. All right.
Can you roll luck on
Thank
top of
God,
luck,
thank
though?
God, thank God. Hey, chat,
Can
more
you-
luck.
Yeah, we've done that before.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm out of luck. But yeah, that's a 22.
With the 22, and then I went with your natural 20. You both get back. It's hard. You're tired. You're cold, but you're not so tired and cold that your legs are numb. You can still walk and manage to move around. Maybe a little bit slower, but still, you're still kicking it. Thanks to Ronio, who helped drag the body when you started to tire down Baranor. You let Ronio kind of take over and move it through the snow. But back at the gate of it, they look over. And they wave you in.
Okay.
But you see them looking out as they do wave you, as if they're searching for something else. And then you hear the... and the gate opens.
Okay. As we walk in, I'm just gonna, throw it on the ground. Is Scarf around?
He is not.
Do any of you know how to cook? Or skin, for that matter.
I could do it.
Well, meat is back on the menu.
It's not much, but
It's for you, or...
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what to say. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Just save me a leg. I'm gonna go sit down. I'm gonna go towards that house.
They begin to work their way and grab it. One person, two people come by and they both pick up work together to take it over to the kitchen area, or the cafeteria, and you hear them come inside. You can hear kind of like the slamming down of the as the body gets laid up on the table. Between you two and Ronio, which way are you going at this point? You have the three of Olden, Turin, and Haida. You are in sleeping, relaxing. Baranor.
Well,
and
it's
Iowin,
it's
what
close
about
to
you?
evening now, so I imagine
It is.
like we probably want to get some sleep.
Okay.
I mean,
So you-
they're just kind of taking like a short rest. They're not actually going to bed yet, right?
Well, Olden, Turin, and Haida took an 8-hour long rest.
Got it.
But it functions as
But
a
it
short
doesn't
rest.
give us.
Right.
Got it.
It's once this is established as sanctuary, right? that we
Well, I
can-
don't think all five of us
Correct.
need to be sleeping at the same time. So I would probably let Iowin go to sleep, and I do
I would like
first
to.
watch.
Yeah. I'll go take sleep.
And then I'm not going to wake up Haida or Turin. I'm going to wake up Olden after my first watch.
Olden's already been awake because I only need 4 hours.
Yeah, I think Olden he is awake. So when you do come by, you find Olden up with Haida
Just
and
whittle
Turin
it.
kind of.
Doing some woodworking whittling.
Well,
Okay.
we brought back a wolf for the men of this fort. Hopefully that mends some of that animosity.
You were able to get down the wolf, and I was able to put a bear down to bed. We both
But
had
I-
animals.
I feel like your task was more challenging than ours.
You wouldn't even imagine.
Some time goes
You hear
by.
you
and
you hear just, Mom.
whispers of Grandma's grog.
I know what kind of whispers those are.
Oh.
Oh no, ladies don't fart. Come on. Oh, Haida's not a lady. Never mind. Definitely happened.
So, this is actually where you do get a short rest. You can take the time to roll your hit die as needed.
My features
You
back.
don't recover
Yeah,
them.
same here.
You recover some features that are recovered through short rest.
Mhm.
But again, this is not a long rest. The exhaustion, however, I will ask you to roll to see if you can remove those as you rest. So, roll a con save if you are exhausted and want to get rid of it.
That's not a good sign.
Yes. Everybody's disappearing. What do we get? Okay.
I dropped a die. Where'd it go? There it is. Con save?
Yes, absolutely.
No, that's a natural one.
Ooh. No. Turn, you
Dang
there?
it, Peter.
I got I'm at the stage where I have disadvantage on everything, so I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
gonna
right. You have 3.
I'll use a
3
luck.
ranks. Oh man.
I'll use a luck. That's
So he can't get worse than a 1.
with a luck. That's a. I'm sorry. 10.
A 10?
That doesn't. Yeah, 10 doesn't help me, does it? No, I didn't think it did. All right, cool.
Damn.
Nope. And Turn, how about you?
He's not here. Check the
He's not
chat.
here.
He's definitely
sorry.
sleeping.
Ooh, well, let me look at these chats here. Is that in Discord?
Yeah, Discord.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. All right. As you rest, we will take a break.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and enter raffle in the chat, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Bye.
Okay. We're back. Sorry for the delay. There were technical issues, and one of our players had to dip, so we'll be taking over his character as needed. But go ahead and enter raffle into the chat for that lengthy delay, and potentially stick around and see if you win something. All right. So you awaken now after a little bit of rest. Haida awakens, Turin awakens. Olden, you've already kind of been awake. Baranor, Iorwin. And you do recall something about, well, you feel a little worn out, exhausted from the lengthy travels in the mountains. It hasn't been well for you, especially for Turin, and Haida a little bit as well, sacrificing that wintry coat. That said, Haida, you want to do something?
Yeah, point of order. I would have woken up before Turin, so Turin didn't know I was cuddling with him.
Okay. Yes. Oh, point of order. Yes. Okay. Fine.
I mean, obviously he's still sleeping. So.
And you see, Iorwin got up very early too, because again, she wasn't exhausted. She's ready to go. She's building a fire. You see her. I mean, there was a fireplace, but you see her over by the fireplace. I'm assuming there was a fireplace. There's always a fireplace. You see her over there. She's got one of her pouches out, and she's mixing up some of the herbs, and she goes, "Everyone, come close to the fireplace, please."
Hada's just gonna like stretch back. I don't know what you did when you put those salves on me, Erwin, but I feel freaking fantastic this morning.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for sleeping. I heard it wasn't easy.
Not at all.
Was like
do I see two people who seem perhaps the most worn out?
Well, you're
Of the
pretty
lot.
well aware of Turin and Hada's weakness right now. They're definitely they've had the brunt of the journey go against them.
So, because meta-wise, I can do this to 6 people. So Hada, Turin, Baranor, and Olden are okay? Yes?
I'm
Exhaustion?
perfectly fine.
Baranor?
I'm fine.
Okay, so Turin and Hada, obviously I've seen how hard they've been working. They've been through a lot. They come over. I would like to see if there's like Scarf or if there's 4 other militia, whatever type people, whatever we're calling them, who seem super run down, and have them come over as well.
Well, I will say that it fills the room.
Okay, great.
Being
That works
as it
too.
was, and there are Scarf's not in there. He has his own
Yeah, I
ways of
was
sleeping. But the people who do come in, they smell it, and what's that smell? It smells lovely.
Yes,
Like a
please come closer.
raspberry.
Breathe it in deeply. It'll revive you and refresh you.
Oh, really?
Give you a
now?
little bounce in your step.
And now that you say that, I do think there's a bit of a something in me that wasn't there before, I would say. Spicy a little bit going in, but it's good. It's good. What is it?
Well, it's Athelis. It's my own concoction, which I learned how to make. That, if I grind it up like this and add a few of these other herbs together, and when you burn it on the fire, the smoke that comes out, it makes things just a little bit better. Because, you guys have been through a lot, and, well, this is something that helps you, not feel so bogged down by all the bad things that have happened.
Well, that sounds
Clears
rather
the
pleasant.
mind,
And you see one of the
solidifies the
guys,
soul.
one of the people steps over and pushes him out of the way. Let me smell it. That's lovely. Yeah. Just takes it all in.
And did these guys ever eat the wolf that we brought them as well and use any of the fur? Did we ever?
It's assumed that it was prepared during that time, at least in some way or some.
Well,
some capacity.
between a belly full of wolf and my herbs, you lot are doing a lot better than you were when we got here, wouldn't you say?
I think so. I think I rather like you better than Scarf. Are you staying?
Probably just one more day or so. Scarf wasn't too keen to have us stay any longer.
Well, don't mind him. You could stay longer if you like. I'm fine with it. What about you all say? What? Yeah, they kind of cheer in the back. They're excited.
Or is that somebody else?
Huh?
That's the same guy.
That's Tuck?
That's Tuck. Yep.
He's recovered.
Well, I do believe we've made friends with the locals.
Tuck looks towards you. Hada, you're not really leaving, are you? In 2 days, you'll stay a bit longer. There's no harm in staying a few days more. Is there?
Listen, your boss, who is in charge of you all and pays you all, which we cannot afford to pay you, is telling you and giving you orders. I'm not going to order you around or tell you to do things. So if you wish us to stay, that's your prerogative. You go talk to Scoff and ask him if we can stay. But Scoff told us 2 days, so that's what we're doing. I'm not here to start a mutiny.
But perhaps share a little bit of that wolf jerky with him.
I mean, we
Right.
did our part. Yes,
Sure.
I went and Baron did do their part to help you all out. Yes.
And I'm assuming Scarf would have known of our
Yeah, he's
wolf
definitely
conquest.
He would have came in to have some himself.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
Probably
So all
took the
that
pelt
said-
back with him.
Now that you're recovered and Turin is waking up from his slumber, the smoke filling his lungs, you have recovered 3 points of exhaustion due to the fine essence that you're breathing in. And the people around, a couple of them were able to breathe in as well and get a little bit of vitality back into their life. What do you all do from here?
We should, at some point, be on our way.
Why do you think they're so keen on us staying?
Well, I suppose it's probably has something to do with the elves and the dwarves that visit them and stole all of their food. They probably want us around for protection.
It's because they aren't fans of Scarf. It's that simple. They're not keen on who's in charge. He means well, but even the best that mean well do not do well by those that follow.
I also may have given the lot of them roughly 6 gold pieces.
That would definitely make that moment. When they're starving, drinking soup for meals, 6 gold goes a long way.
6 gold goes a long way for us, too. I also have people I need to feed.
You know, you're quite strong. We could use some of you for defenses. Defenses.
And then Olden's gonna kind of like stand up. When you guys decide what you want to do, let me know. And Olden's just gonna head outside.
Hada's gonna go with Olden. Because she's tired of this mutiny talk. And going against Scarf.
I don't think it's mutiny as much as it's... They like us now.
Hada knows men and their intention.
So does Olden.
Ada, not everyone wants to have sex with you. Only Turin.
It's true.
I know. No. No one wants me. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Golf clap to you.
God.
As she's walking out, Hada walks toward. Don't want to have sex with anybody here. I don't want to get fucked when they go to Scarf, who currently is the lord here, and say, we don't want you around anymore, and Scarf decides to slit their throats.
They didn't say that. They just said that they liked having us around. They didn't say he had to go. They just said they liked us better.
The ones that are loyal to Scarf also have this. Can I retroactively do something, Lore Master, and maybe you can tell me whether or not can I recall the individual at the front door compared to Tucker or to Tuck? Because Tuck seems like a more
A young gun.
and more of a young gun, where the person that I talked to who was watching the door to get up there that I gave the 3 gold to seemed more like a veteran. And the veteran to me seems more loyal to Scarf. But I'm also getting kind of not good kind of man vibes. I'm getting like, not necessarily Black Numenorian, but like what the equivalent of Black Numenorians would be to Dales, the folk of Dale. Can I do an insight
Sure.
check to gauge the
Yeah,
intent?
I'll give you a history check first to see if you can call this, and then.
Oh wait, I
we'll
don't have
do-
disadvantage anymore. I don't have disadvantage anymore. Do we want this to be retroactive? That's the question.
It will be retroactive, but based on whether or not you. This is a history check to do an insight check.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll it with disadvantage since it's retroactive, but I'm also gonna use a luck since I rolled shit for my disadvantage. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that's a 13 plus 0, so 13.
Okay, so that was the history check, correct?
Correct.
So the history check. Sorry, I should have clarified. The history check is
More?
now.
Shadow.
The insight check is the retroactive one.
Oh, okay. Insight would be 16.
16. Yeah, you were able to notice there's definitely a different set of loyalties between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with those guys. I don't. There's a hierarchy here, and we don't want to get involved until everybody's at their best. And even then, I don't think we want to get involved here. And Hada's just gonna leave with Olden.
Olden had already left.
Nywin-
Just want to put that out there.
Arwen's just like, why can't everyone just get along?
Baranor, how about you?
I'm probably just gonna follow Olden and Irowen.
All right. So stepping outside, you come back into. It's not frigid cold, but the air is colder, and the morning dew has seemed to dampen even further the mud that the whole settlement is sitting on, built on. There are a few people who are posted out up front, some of them yawning as if they've been up all night. And you find Scarf. He is going around the sides of the palisade, and he's looking with some sort of parchment in his hand. He's going to each of the individual guards, and then the boxes and barrels, just checking on them as he does that. What do you all do now that you're outside?
So I wanted to first see if there were. I know there was mention of it. Does Olden notice any of the like buckets with like arrows that aren't near the palisade that are kind of like closer to us?
No, they're mostly to the outside of it, like right underneath the catwalk, or on the catwalk itself. These things are laid about.
Is there anything that looked like even a makeshift archery range of sorts?
Let me roll. There's not.
Hmm.
They just
Okay.
shoot into trees.
So there, yeah, I was asking, are there like trees or something that's not one of their buildings that are in this area?
On the outside, there are. Outside the palisade.
All right, then I'm just going to set up like I have like some of the wood I've had. I'm gonna bind it together, kind of pin it to one of the walls, because I'm just gonna shoot my arrow. Like I make a bunch of makeshift arrows that I've been making forever, just to do some archery. Because I did say I was gonna wait until everyone decides what they want to do. I'm just gonna shoot my arrows at my own makeshift target.
I mean, you
But
could
you-
probably also get some arrows from the guys there too.
These are makeshift, so they're not part of my usual, because they're not great arrows. They're not combat arrows. They're definitely training arrows.
No, I meant the arrows that these guys have.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
So yeah, you take some time and you set up a little section inside the settlement,
Mhm.
and start making a little area. Pull out your bow and pull it back, kind of practicing as it goes in. Do that for a bit. Some of the men and women look around, watch you do it, and you hear them kind of whispering in the back, "I could do that." And then I want
Do I
everybody to roll.
hear that?
Yes, you do.
Just when I hear that, I am going to take arrows and I'm going to do like 3 rapid fire, and I'm going to make sure I hit one, split that one with another one, and split that one another one, like dead on bullseye style.
How very Robin Hood of you.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do that Robin Hood thing, but you got to roll for it. So you have to beat a target number. This is going to be a D100 that you roll, and you have a 50-50 chance of this happening successfully. So 50 and above, it works.
Every time.
All right, let's see. Let's do the 50.
Ooh.
Oh, so that's at least that's a tens number, right?
That's a 10. So
That's a 0.
yeah. So then I'm gonna. I don't know if I can luck that or if it's just percentile. I'm gonna let it be. I guess.
Yeah, you could luck it. It's still like a 100 D100 roll. Yeah, it's fine. You can
Yeah.
luck
So why not? All right. So tens place. There's no point then.
it. Yep. Unfortunately, despite your
No, 'cause the first one was a
skill.
9. The first one was a 9, not a 0 on a
Oh,
D100.
was it?
Is a,
Yeah, it was a 9
Zero.
and a 10.
0 on a D100 is 0 through 10.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I thought it rolled on a 10.
No, you can
I'm
see
sorry.
the numbers over here on the left. It was
No,
a
you're
9.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
did I do it
Visually, it
backwards?
looked different.
Yeah,
No,
you did
it was a 90 for the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was 90.
Oh, 90 was the first
So-
one. Okay, I did it backwards.
Retract that. You kept your luck, and you do what exactly that. You and it splits it right down the middle, and then the guy looks. I don't think I could do that.
And I go back to my casual shooting.
Okay. While that's going on, everybody roll perception.
16.
19.
14.
20. Where's perception?
Oh wait, that was a 19 on the die. That's actually
24. 24.
my bad. 26.
You all hear reverberating kind of down the mountainside. And Ronio reacts with a and you see the people on the palisade, they stand up at attention looking out, kind of rocking back and forth, looking a little unsteady.
Would I recognize
howl?
that howl? Yes.
Shadow lore, if you're proficient.
Okay, so I'm going to roll Shadow Lore, and also
I am not proficient. I have a +4, but I'm not proficient.
I'm
Okay.
proficient, but also
I am too.
can I consider this? If it's a shadow thing, would it be considered an enemy because I am quick of hearing?
It's not close enough to be. Quick hearing
Well, 'cause
isn't within a distance.
Hold on.
It doesn't have a distance. I just can hear them before I can see them, so it would help me that's why I was just curious. And
Sure.
God,
You will recognize it as an enemy of sorts. Yeah, not a pleasant howl.
all right, Shadow Lore 18.
Shadow Lore 18. Yeah.
30,
That
20 for Heda.
dirty 20. You know that this is some sort of a warg or large wolf, larger than most, that has seemed to taken refuge in the mountains and is moving.
I'd like to immediately make my way towards the palisade up the guardhouse as fast as I can. I want to get a better view on what's on the other side of this wall.
Sure. So you're gonna go up to the watchtower, or
Yeah,
to
because I'm
climb
assuming
up
there's only one way actually up there, right?
correct. That's the
Yeah.
only way. You go to the watchtower or the gatehouse, and you are confronted by the person who just stares at you.
Hada's gonna walk up behind Turin, or behind Olden. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Smile, and then moves to the side when he sees you.
And with that, I'm going to make my way up towards the top to get a better look at if I can see anything.
Roll another perception.
I'll take it.
Can I
23.
as well? Or
What's that? Heda, you're going as well?
yeah, can I as well? Since I'm gonna follow. I'm at this
Sure,
point.
sure,
I'm
absolutely.
following. Figuring out where
Absolutely,
he's
yeah.
going. All right, I'm not looking. That's gonna be a 26 for Heda.
26, and Olden, you said what was yours?
23.
23. Yeah, you're looking out. You find, staring out, you can see a little bit of the lonely mountain jutting in the distance. You pan across over towards where you came from before, and you spot a little bit of movement way out there. Unsure of what to make of it, but there is some movement, and it's multiple creatures that are moving.
So I'd like to. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'd like to know if they reach within 320 feet of me.
Oh, very specific number.
specific.
Yes. Sure.
You're able to clock that with your elven eyes. 330, 320.
Yeah.
There.
I have those video game
What do your
vision,
elven
you know?
eyes see?
Exactly.
Do you not see my art?
320 feet worth of stuff.
My art is just all about seeing that range.
I mean, technically, I have a range with my longbow of 600 feet. So can I see that far?
So I only say at 320 because I can shoot at long range without disadvantage. So I can see within 320
I can.
without a problem.
So, looking out, you continue to stare. They do shuffle a little closer, but not within that range. They seem to be at least a kilometer or two out. You do find that the men and women who are posted on the palisade, they have they're standing at attention. They're moving about and grabbing some bows, and they look at you two who are on top of it. Get ready. They might be coming. You gotta move quick. Get your belongings. If you're going to help, be prepared.
And I'd like to immediately start snatching as many arrows as I can grab.
Not all of them. Don't grab all of them. Leave some for the rest. Ration it out.
Hey, your lips are moving, but I don't hear words.
You're right, they are. I'd rather have Olden with 50 arrows than any one of you with one.
Well, that hurts. I'm not that bad of a shot.
No, but you're not as good as Olden.
I did see him shoot earlier. It was rather good. Rather impressive.
Tug's got my back.
Iowyn, Baranor, what are you doing in the meantime?
I don't even know this is happening. I'm just kind of hanging out.
Oh, that's right. You guys didn't.
Yeah, you guys are still in the house, aren't you?
Well,
No.
we came outside, but
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like,
I'm outside.
Olden was out.
Yeah.
yeah, we heard the howl, but only you and I even identified what it might have been.
Yeah.
And then I just rushed. I didn't say anything. I just.
Yeah, you didn't say anything. I obviously heard Ronyo yelling, but I didn't have Shadowlore proficiency, so I probably just think it's a wolf or something.
Which is
I don't
why
know.
I'm waiting for the 320 feet marker.
So, in the meantime, Scarf, you do see him exit out of his abode, and he looks up in the air. And he begins to make his way towards the barracks, and opens it up.
Yeah. Get to post. Something's coming. It might be returning.
And he closes the door really quick and heads back out. And he makes his way around doing the same thing, kind of talking to each of the people that he does come by, trying to smack him along. Go, go! And eventually he climbs up the area as well, up to the catwalk, and stares out in the front. And he talks over to Tuck.
What do you see?
Nothing yet. It's all I heard. I just heard something. Well, why don't you ask this one? He's got good eyes. He's an elf.
What'd you see?
Honor, before I answer, how many arrows was I able to grab and tuck in my quivers?
Roll a d20.
Oh,
20.
Tom. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So 20? I like it.
Yes.
That's how Olden rolls.
Yeah, that's a roll.
He rolls that now.
Right, never again.
Right.
That's it. That's the only one. Walks. I hear them. I spot the figures. Not quite sure what they might actually be, but my inkling is walks. As like I got one arrow just kind of knocked and ready, but like not fully drawn the string yet.
He kind of hobbles over. No, it's more than wargs. There's something else out there. Goblins, orcs, they come together. Be prepared. Can I trust you? You and your friends.
You can trust that my arrow is as true as it can ever be. You stay here safely. We work together. Eyes just fixed on that distance.
Where are the others?
They're down below. They'll be ready when the time comes. I owe and ensure everyone's safe. And Baranor does what Baranor does best.
These are not regular orcs. The ones you fought in the mountain before. They are not the same.
And I am not a regular elf.
For my safety, I hope not.
And he continues to move about, going to each person, kind of hobbling as he does, kind of doing this number, going across the catwalk and looking as he things get closer. So some time passes between this time, let's say 5 or 10 minutes. Does anybody do anything different?
I'm Heather. Ensure that Baranor and Irowan's aware. We have wargs and possibly more. Inklings of the shadow approaching.
I'll turn around. Baranor, Iowan, we have orcs apparently approaching according to Olden. Do find Turin and get him up here as well. I don't know how much good he's gonna be, but we need every person we can get. And then I'm gonna go. If Olden is stationed on one end of the wall, Haida is gonna go to the opposite end of the wall to try to just make sure there's a leveled hero of some kind spaced out.
Okay.
So hearing this, stand by. I just need to see how many of these I have in inventory. God, sorry, my browser is being super slow right now. Okay, great. Irwin is going to go find Olden, and she is quickly pulling out some herbs and grinding them and mashing them up, and she gives him this little container of this paste that she's made. Here, apply these to the tips of your arrows, and it shall make them more potent. Well, I don't know how you want to do this to arrows. So
We did this last time, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the red water lily. It's the +2 damage to all weapons for 1 hour.
Last time we put it on my string and it made it easier.
Oh, we put it on your string. Okay, great. So I'm gonna give him that to put on his string, and she's also, and here's that scorpion poison from that beast we fought a while back, and she'll also give you that.
So that one you'll
+2
be able
damage for
to
an hour.
coat onto. You have at least 4 uses for it to be, like 4 arrows essentially.
So what I'd like to do with that,
Well, then would it be better on someone's sword? Because it says it lasts for an hour.
Yeah, it would be better on a sword because it would only be per arrow, and that.
Okay, then yeah, you're gonna go through that. Okay, so I'll give you the scorpion poison, and then I'm gonna run over to Haida, and I'm gonna be like, here.
And I'm gonna stop you to have you give the scorpion poison to Haida.
Okay, great.
Use the barrel cleaver.
Haida, here you go. +2 damage to all weapons for an hour, and some scorpion poison. which Chris Sizemore will tell you what it does.
Yes. Essentially, it's like a D6.
Hey,
added
your
to
lips are moving,
damage.
but words aren't being made.
I know. I keep muting myself when I take drinks of water, and I need to stop doing that. So it's a +2 to my feral cleaver, and it's a +2 to my spear. Because I'll pull both of those out if you're coming around and doing that. Then I'm gonna say, Tuck. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Tucker because I know this guy named Tucker. Tuck, do you have a sword?
I'm good with a bow. I don't
do you
have a sword.
Did I ask you if you had a bow, Tuck?
No, but
Orcs climb walls, Tuck.
not if we shoot them.
I know, but if they get up here, you need your sword instead of a bow. Did I? I'm speaking Western, right?
I hear you.
need
I hear
them both.
you. I just. Well,
Does Tuck have a
thought
sword
that
on
you
him?
would stab him and I would shoot them.
Do I see it?
You're
Do
an
I
idiot.
see that Tuck has a sword?
He does not have a sword. No.
What? Oh my god, fucking Tuck.
Fuck this guy.
All right, fine. I'll either give that the remaining to because you have 4 dosages, right?
No. So that's why Sizemore. It just says
Oh.
that you apply it to all weapons. Sorry, let me read this carefully. Okay, +2 damage to all weapons for 1 hour. You define all weapons.
It is all weapons. Yes. So it would be applied to one use, one weapon. An arrow.
For an hour.
For an
But
hour.
could you apply
Or-
it to the bow itself?
Well,
Oh,
I
wait.
think we ruled it
Is
in
this
this
the
case. We did apply it to the bow before, so we'll keep it consistent with that. But however, the scorpion poison will be done
Yeah,
in
the
such a way
scorpion
where
poison was a
it's
certain
just
number of
the
uses.
arrow.
Yes.
For now, yeah. So it'd be your sword. In terms of it, or like a
I'll
bowstring.
send her back to. I'll send her. Actually, no, I'll take it because Olden has a +12 to his bow. So fuck that.
Okay. Yeah, you can use it. Olden's like, I don't need your help.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
what
Olden doesn't need anybody to sit there with his bow and kill things. Yeah, I'll take it, and then I'll take the scorpion poison as well.
Okay.
And Baranor.
I'm just standing
So
by the gatehouse.
Okay.
Is there any sort of medical tent, casualty tent,
No.
first aid tent?
No.
Wherever you're
There's nothing
standing.
like that.
Cool.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
essentially.
Yeah, because Iron's gonna be worthless should orcs fucking breach these walls. She's gonna go back to that place, and she's gonna yell to Baranor, Baranor, I'm gonna prepare this room. Should anyone get injured, send them to me. And she's just gonna like go back into the area where everyone was gathering, and she's just gonna clear some tables and just clean some stuff. And
Okay.
I mean, because I'm not sure what else I can do to fight orcs on wargs.
Could we use the?
I have a crossbow. Huh?
Could we use the gate? Could we use the gatehouse? Because the gatehouse is in the center of Olden's half.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, that's fine.
So if we use the gatehouse, now we have people who can defend the gatehouse and also heal there. And we don't have to worry about shipping them halfway across the courtyard.
Yeah. That's totally. Yeah, we can do that. That's totally.
Yeah, when they
fine.
get injured, just throw them off the gate into the gatehouse. Yeah.
Because they can still fight if they're injured.
And okay, yeah. And Ronyo's gonna be like my little courier. I'm gonna have him be someone be like, come get, and Ronyo will drag them back to me.
Okay.
I have a very smart hand.
You have a decent strategy set up. Now, so what happens? Eventually, you hear a thunderous roar overhead, just a, and then rain begins to pelt down, slowly dripping until it becomes almost like a downpour. And you look overhead, you find the darkening of clouds taking away the view that you had before. It's hard to see now a little bit further. It's sheets of water covering you as the rain pelts down onto your armor. This cold, freezing rain. The wind blows it to where it kind of goes to the side and covers your face, and you hear in the distance more of the and Olden, one of the wargs, comes within 320 feet.
And now it is coming. I can see its angles coming directly towards the palisade, kind of thing, or is it going a different direction within that?
It is coming towards the palisade.
All right, so I don't see anything riding the warg. I just see the warg.
You see the warg by itself, yes.
All right, so I am going to shoot it.
All right, go. Roll your attack.
And since I have been waiting and aiming, that is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
For 16 points of damage on the first shot.
Ooh, yes.
And then the second to hit is a 27 to hit. For 15 points of damage.
Yeah, you pull back your arrows. They both fly out almost at the same time, going right through until you kind of bullet time see it flying through the air, and you just hear "Oh!" in the very, very far back distance. The creature, though, is now turning back the other way, limping as it does so, blood kind of dripping down black ichor onto the melted snow and mud.
All right, and I will ready another arrow, and just same action being readied.
Okay. Some time passes, kind of in silence. The rain just pelting on you. And suddenly, around the corner, just a wave of darkness begins to emerge from the tops of the mountain. As you see several wargs, several orcs begin to manage to make their way down the area, and they are riding on top of these wargs, just going along the way, and so they get easily within 320 feet, but they keep going, and there's like 4 or 5, and you crossing over that threshold, and behind them, probably 30 more, and you hear just a get ready, shoot them down, shoot them.
So I get
Roll
a lot
initiative.
of shit. Let's do this.
Roll initiative? Jesus.
Yes.
So, Chris, I guess I
I'm
have to
gonna
get some
look
minis,
that.
yeah?
Turin,
Yeah.
Turin, you don't have disadvantage anymore.
Let me luck that.
is a
I need.
luck.
Are you
Oh my
kidding
God.
me? I'm using all my
Oh
luck.
my gosh.
Come on. Okay, I will let that slide.
a
Of
lot.
course, I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, I'll take that on that. I'll use the luck to get rid of that.
Okay, so all right, I have 1 luck left, and we're about to face an army. So I'm just saying, I don't normally do this, but chat, I don't know if you heard, there's 30 of them coming, and I am 1 man with 1 bow.
Dude, there's 9.
we
there's,
have
there's
fire?
there's at least 10 of us with bows, so we're good.
We're hoping they can
fire?
hit.
As long as there's some
Olden,
luck
as your
for time.
arrows go flying out,
I'm gonna use my last
you
luck.
feel as if Luvatar Error is with you today. You have another luck.
Thank goodness, because I know I'm gonna need it.
Did you? Has he opened up the battle map yet?
He's working on
Not
it.
yet. He's
I
getting
just
it.
threw him a
Okay.
bunch of
So what the
minis.
Yeah,
fuck am I
sorry,
getting,
it's-
Chris? What am I about
My
to go
computer
grab right
is
now?
like doing very slow things right now.
man.
Just a good bit of wargs and orcs.
Yeah.
Fireball! Fireball!
Two luck.
Fireball!
Olden,
Fireball!
Olden, you got 2 luck.
2 more?
Yeah.
I do have 2 of these, though. That's it.
Those are dope.
So I just have 2
All right.
wargs, that's it? Just put 2 on the table?
Yeah. Get a couple of those. Yeah.
I'm serious.
Point of
You don't
order.
necessarily need to
Fire.
have 30 of them.
Do
Just
we
you
have
can get
fire?
represent.
I heard a point of order
Representative.
over here. Point of order.
Yep,
Um,
down.
I mean,
hit
Chris,
us that I
I
don't
do,
have.
unfortunately.
Yes, we healed your exhaustion turn. You slept, and Iorwin gave us herbs to really get rid of all the exhaustion. So
Yep.
you are.
Yeah, you're good. We're
Yeah,
and
good
you
for
got
that.
a short rest.
And I
Short
healed
rest.
him
Perfect.
Yes.
for I think
I'm gonna roll
26 points of
some
healing or something.
Hit dice.
Yeah, 27. I worked in. I put
27
the
points of
healing on
healing,
for
3
you.
points of
Yep.
exhaustion
Oh,
gone,
nice.
and yeah.
Nice.
You're fresh as a baby's bottom.
Is he here?
Whoa.
Sure.
Yeah, he's here.
Yes, yeah. In
Okay,
terms of real quick,
I'm gonna
just
refresh.
around the corner. Let me go through and find out what everybody's initiative is. Let's go with Haida. Haida, you tell me what yours is first.
23.
23. Iorwin.
23.
23. Haida or Iorwin, who wants to go first, or do you want?
Oh, he's going. I'm not doing anything. Kata's definitely
Okay.
going first.
Alright.
Two luck to
I'll go
Olden.
first.
Two
I already
more
got
left
it.
to Olden.
I already
Okay,
got
I'm
it. I already got
refreshing.
it. That was the one I got, Philo.
Chris, is there a leader?
Maybe I'm not refreshing.
There is, yes.
So so he has a red flag on him. He looks
Oh,
totally
that's a
different.
red flag.
Yeah.
Sounds
That
about right.
works.
Sounds about right.
Looks really, really awesome.
The guy I wish I.
Okay.
Olden, what was your initiative?
Minus 21.
21. Big numbers turn. How about you?
13.
13. And then Baranor is doing his thing. I'll get his in a sec.
15.
And I
My
gotta do the
computer is
batteries.
freaking out right now.
Baranor
Good
said
guy.
15, by the way, Sizemore.
15? Oh, I heard
Yeah,
15. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go through and see what baddies get. Come on. I got 3 luck. I will do another luck.
I don't mind them
There we
rolling
go.
high. They'll just be the first ones to get shot by me.
And then, oh, okay. So, yeah. Fort gets, So this is going to be a unique way of running it. You're going to go through 3 stages.
Okay.
The first stage is going to be determined through some kind of like skill checks almost. To see how well you do in terms of battle itself. The chaos of battle as things come ramping up towards you all. The second part is how you take whatever you did in the first part, and you might lose some hit points or something, or have consequences. Then there's a skirmish between you all and some other things, which is what your initiative is for. And then lastly is the final tidbit, where based on everything you've done, you get a bonus or a subtraction that results in a who wins out kind of thing. Who takes over the fort.
I missed all of that, but I'm not fighting, so hopefully I don't need to know that.
Iorwin
you're
says
involved
healing.
in some capacity.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Vorpal
Keep-
was freaking out on me. I couldn't refresh it. Yeah.
People are going to get hurt. They need to get healed.
Great. Done. Got it.
Ha. Okay, fort. 6, and then baddies. 16.
How long will I sleep?
You slept like 14 hours.
Yeah.
I healed you. I gave you some smoke. You breathed in some smoke that took away your exhaustion, and you can roll your hit points or hit dice. Yeah.
What did I miss? That doesn't look good.
Orcs and wargs.
Chris, are there any orcs that aren't on wargs?
That's a very good question. Or
I just ran out of wargs.
Oh, sorry, did you not hear me? Yes.
No.
There are.
There are?
Yeah, there are some. Yeah. But that's okay. You don't necessarily need in the skirmish itself.
I'd like
to-
everyone just to be terrified right now.
Okay, sure. Yeah, terrify him.
I mean, I'm already terrified.
I'm all for that.
Listen.
So, all I'm hearing at the end of this, I'm going to tame a warg and be a archer on a warg, the greatest elf.
Hey, if anyone's
Never
gonna
seen.
tame a warg, it's gonna be this girl.
You have a dog. Let me have one.
Yeah, you have a dog. I
I
still
didn't
don't.
say
I'm a
I'd keep the warg.
I'm
I
a
just said
ranger.
I'd tame it.
I'm
Yes.
a ranger without a pet still, guys.
I can
Come on.
tame all the wargs. We all
Oh,
wargs
no.
for all.
All I know is that by the end of this, I'm gonna have a new coat.
What
I
you mean?
like
You have
that
some
idea.
coat? You have shoes, a belt, some pants, a purse.
You guys.
That's if we make it. That's if we survive.
Oh my god! Please,
Here.
Solo, take a picture of this because this is like.
I will.
I'm gonna have a
Oh my
warg
God.
sporin. I would
So
like
much,
to...
guys. So much.
So much.
Middle Earth is
Where's
hard.
everybody at? That's the real question.
I do have a request. Whatever we're about to do, and you can let me know if I have to do it later. I do want to see if I can try to take point with the archers.
I feel like
Sure.
they saw you shoot, and that's not a hard
Yeah,
ask.
you could.
Yeah.
If you want to go on their initiative, you can, and kind of command them if that's what you're asking.
I want to make sure that they shoot the way I feel like they need to, like the
Not
coordinate.
just like willy nilly.
Yeah, I know they're malicious, so I'm gonna have them coordinate because I've been an archer all my life and I know archer defense techniques. So I feel like
I
Holden would-
will. When we get to it during that time, we'll work it out some. But
Holden,
we'll
do
get
you
to that
see
in
yourself?
just a sec.
I always
So,
see myself.
Hada's right
gorgeous.
here. Holden, you're up here.
Okay,
Turin,
And
you're
then
right there, and I'm right next to you, and then Irowen's up back here.
got
Yeah,
it.
like close to the...
And this big gaping hole is actually a wall. Just
Tyrion, I'm in the
imagination.
gatehouse preparing to heal people. And I've
Got
got Ronyo positioned outside. And basically, anyone who needs, just yell for Ronyo, and she'll come and drag them back to me.
And that's what we
Still-
had established prior.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was just telling Tyrion just since, he just got here, so.
Yep. Point of order, or I guess maybe question for the Lord Master. How tall are these walls?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
So try not to fall.
Um,
It will not feel good.
Are we... are
you know,
we-
you and me are on the ground right now, Turin.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
me and
We're
Hada are
by the
actually
door.
on the wall.
So
What are the chances
Yeah.
that there's like a barrel full of spears or javelins or something?
Oh, there's in terms of weapons, there are some barrels of arrows. There's a good chance that you can kind of pick through and find some other things, but it might. You have to roll a percentage to see how well you can determine that. So we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
During the
'Cause, yeah,
with them trying to pull up your.
If this has been building, Turin definitely would have tried to procure some kind of like spears or some kind
Sure.
of thrown.
When I gave the
implements.
warning, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had enough warning.
Yeah, for sure. It's not a huge encampment.
And I also did tell everyone, said 5-10 minutes went by after I said we got wargs.
Yeah. Well, and
Okay.
then when you shot the first one, we waited longer for the next. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
as they begin to travel on, they come in. And you see all these wargs, all these orcs, lining up, ready to go. But they are galloping down, and you see Scarf trying to command. He looks over and get ready. Hold. Hold. Fire! And then they loose out the arrows. They fly out. As they do, just pull back. All the arrows going, kind of like a hail of them towards the creatures. So when this is happening, this is what's going to happen. You guys are going to do an action. You have one action to do something, one movement, one bonus action. As these creatures come in closer, what do you want to do?
Okay. So, can I see the commander from my angle? Like, do I have a clear sight? Can I see who might be in charge?
You can if you decide to use one of your actions to do it. So this is kind of like a skill challenge, this first part. The base is basically how many successes you get and how many failures you get will determine whether you move on to the next skirmish and how much hit points you lose, how many hit points you lose. So you can take your action to determine that.
I will take my action to scan the battlefield and try to locate the one that seems in charge of them all.
Okay.
The Pale Orc, per se?
Pale orc, yes. You can go for it. Roll investigation.
Oh, it had to be investigation? Dang it. Oh, thank goodness. 19.
No takesy backsies. 19. Excellent. Okay. What else are you going to do? You do find the orc. You see him standing with his chest kind of puffed out, his arm. He's in the back of the area, kind of, and he has a flag towards the top of him, and he's moving his arm down this way. Chest exposed, looks like almost like a troll in size, but he's not quite that big.
Got it.
You can hear him bellow out in the black tongue.
You said chest exposed. What kind of... From my investigation, can I determine what kind of armor he has, if at all?
Scrap armor.
So I want to first be able to identify his eyes are exposed, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to take my time to ready my bow, release all the air in my lungs, and focus on his eye.
Okay. So you spotted him with your action. You have a bonus action and a movement.
So can I use bonus action to... I can't aim. I spotted him. Ooh. I'm not going to move, that's for sure. I'm at a perfect spot. I guess I can use my movement to kind of make sure I'm crouched behind the little barricades to get as much cover as possible while still being able to see him.
Okay. So you can move to do that. You can move and kind of crouch to the
I
side.
want to use my movement to try to get postured up with cover, but still have enough ability to shoot.
Yes.
And a bonus action, I don't have any other bonus actions. Nope, that's not a bonus action. How far can I do that, actually? I do have elf light magic. Do I see... Oh, cool. Do any of them have a torch or anything that's radiating any form of light or can be used as a torch on the orcs?
They are not carrying any sort of torches or light sources.
Okay. Then that's technically all I can do. I don't have any other bonus actions I can use.
Okay. Haida, with Iorwin on deck, why don't you... Haida, you're next. Iorwin, start thinking about what you want to do as well. But Haida, what would you like to do as far as your movement and action and bonus action?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at, and then I'm just gonna dump. We're in initiative now, correct? Or is this before initiative?
This
starts?
is I'm going through it kind of initiative style now, but doesn't necessarily have to be if you want to. This is kind of skill count, so I'm just going to go in turn by turn with it.
So my main, or one of my features that I get allows me to have advantage on attacks during the first round of combat. So is this the first round of combat, or is this something prior to the first round of combat that we're doing? Because that will really determine what I do.
I like it. I like the intention of it, and because I've come up with this system outside of Adventures in Middle-earth, then I would say yes, it applies here.
So it applies prior to combat.
In this case, I consider this whole thing to be combat. It's just a unique way of portraying it.
Okay, so then I'll just take 2 attacks then, since I get advantage. I'm not wasting advantage. I'll focus on the Grey Wolf down, or the Grey Warg down here, the bottom, pretty much right in front of me. And I'll take 2 attacks at it. First attack is a 17.
We don't need to calculate the damage on it, because it's just, and you don't need to point at it, because this is not necessarily a skirmish, but you can do an attack. This is a skill challenge, so you kind of, Does that make sense?
Okay. So then if I'm doing 2 attacks. Well, I guess where I'm confused is like my thing is that first round of combat, all of my attacks have advantage. So if this is a skill check, I'm not going to utilize an attack action to do something that I have.
Sure.
I guess that's where I'm confused, is where correlates with the rules.
So it's I'm sorry, I should have clarified. It's like a skill challenge, but the first part of it is you can use your action, you can use your bonus action, you can use your movements.
But it is
and then
not
from there you'll be using skills. But it's not technically combat per se. However, because this whole thing is my version of how to do a mass battle combat, I'm considering it that you can use the advantage on your action. So you can use your attack action. You just don't need to roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you still have advantage on the attack. You just don't have.
Correct.
You just
You just don't do
roll.
damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The first one would be a 17, and the second one would be a 23.
Okay, excellent. So you that was with arrows, right? Bow and arrow.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, you pull out your quick shots, just and they fly out and smack dab into one of the creatures out there. Hard to pinpoint which one, but you do hear as something dies in the midst of all the chaos. You have a bonus action and a movement that you can do. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna stay right where I'm at, knock another arrow, get another arrow ready, and be good to go.
Okay, Iorwin with Baranor on deck.
Yeah, I'm just holding. I am going to. She prepped this building, I guess. She is standing outside with Ronyo, just scanning everyone, and she is going to hold her action should somebody fall, depending on how far they are from her. Either she or Ronyo are going to run out and grab them and drag them into the gatehouse to administer aid. However,
so you're going to
it's
use
held.
healing hands, correct? Essentially.
I will only use healing hands on my party members. I'm not going to use them on the other people here, but I do have my herbalism kit and everything, so hypothetically I can like staunch bleeding and stuff and things like that.
Okay, so then what I will ask you to do, because it's got to be determined through some sort of roll
Sure.
to progress past this phase, I would say in order to do well or avoid any sort of... I'll do it this way. You do see somebody. They get shot by an arrow and they fall face forward over top of the palisade. And they go down, tumbling down. You rush out and try to grab his arm before he falls.
Out here?
Before he falls, yes. He's flipping over the top.
She is definitely not going out here.
Yes. So you why not? I don't see why not.
No, she's staying like right here. If someone falls back here.
So one of them begins to fall, but you quickly see them beginning to tip over, and you rush forward and roll a dex save to see if you can catch them.
Okay. Oh, that is a nat 20.
nat
so
20
with
is a
plus
success.
3, so that's a 20. Yeah, nat 20 is 23.
Excellent. You guys are seriously progressing pretty fast. All right. Well, you do reach out, quickly grab over the palisade and pull them forward, and get them onto the other side and begin resuscitating them because the arrow has caught them convulsing. They're going, shaking and seizuring up. But you take the Ethylus out really quick, begin pouring over the wound, and start matting it down where the arrow is, and you manage to actually get the arrow out. You still have a bonus action to move. Well, you kind of moved with that.
So whatever movement I have left is probably I'm going to move back out of range, taking cover probably behind here, whatever movement I have left. And then Ronyo also is a held action to, should anyone fall back here, she will drag them to me.
Okay. All right, got it. So we'll incorporate her into some of your rolls if you want. You can use her as getting advantage on a roll.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, because it's probably going to
we'll
take the two of us to drag someone. Yeah.
But we'll get to that in the next one. Baranor, it is now your turn. You have an action and a movement and a bonus action. How do you want to play them out?
Muted.
Fucking son of a bitch. I know you said there were 10 people, including Scarf. Are there more than that?
There are more than that now.
Okay.
Yes, they were 10 at a time, but now they're mounted up. You have at least, I think it was 15, 10.
Are they
close
all
to
on
30.
the wall?
There are some who are not necessarily on the wall, but they are down gathering supplies and preparing to kind of do like a chain movement thing.
So they're going to help restock the people up on the wall?
Correct.
Got it. I'm going to yell out, make sure they have enough arrows. If any of those creatures get over these walls, be prepared. And I'm going to take that cart that I'm right next to, and I'm going to push it against the gate. And then once I do that, I'm going to take one of my daggers and just clip the pin on the wheel to make the cart fall on the ground so it can't be pushed. And that's my movement. And that's my turn.
Okay. So I roll an athletics for me.
Can I? So that actually is exactly what I was gonna do. So
help him?
Can I help him? Yeah. Can I give him advantage
sure.
or?
Yes, you can give him advantage if this is what you want to do. However, your turn. Okay. Yeah, you can. It's just in the system I have to make some changes, but it's fine. It works.
Could I say that I was parkouring while I was doing this?
Parkour.
Yes, we can say that. Roll
with advantage, right? Yeah, there we go.
So 11's a little higher, plus 16.
16 is enough to beat the DC that I've got set. So yes, you do successfully do that with turn. You get a little stuck as you flip and turn across the area. You kind of slide in.
Why are you dancing?
That kind of 70s car jump, over the top of the hood. You do that with a cart, and then turn grabs onto the other side of it, begins to push it as you realize your one hand is not enough. You look at Turret, and Turret's like, okay, and you work together, manage to get it. And then you take a little quick cut with the dagger, and Turret, you follow up with the slam of your axe, and it just breaks it immediately right there. The axe was completely broken. Anything else for your turn, Baranor?
Bonus action hide?
Sure, you can roll stealth.
I will do that.
With advantage.
You're such a rogue.
Oh, that's a 19, so that's a 30.
19.
Let's see what I get for the advantage.
Jeez.
It's a 30.
Okay. Turin, it is now your turn. You used your action to help Baranor. You still have a bonus action and movement.
Cool. So how many rounds of this do we
have to go
through? Before actual combat.
Meta-wise, you have another round where it's just going to be skill checks, and then depending on how you do with that, some of you will go into the next phase, or some of you won't.
Well, that's not ominous at all. Can I bonus action stack up some spears? Like use my movement, my bonus action to just gather up a half dozen spears and stick them into the ground next to me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I would have been doing up to this point.
I would want you to roll a percentage die to see if you can determine where they are.
Dope.
You have a
there.
65% chance of determining the location on your first try. So that's 65 plus. You're good. 1 through 64, not so good.
Cool. So
that's a 10. That's a 30%. No bueno, but you can use your luck to do that again.
Point of order, Lore Master. If he has a 65% chance out of 100, that would mean 1 to 65 would be his range. And
correct. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, well then let's do it that way. That makes sense.
I just want to make sure that he's successful.
My math is not right. Yeah, obviously.
So
yes, you do determine it. You're good. Yes. Nice. 37 is good. You managed to make it to find one of the spears. You were about to open up the wrong one, but then you realize, you see some pointy things over there. You run over and grab those and begin to just pick them up, and you can hear the wood clinking as you move it over to where you want to position it.
Perfect.
So that puts the skill challenge up now. We're now into the skills. So far, you've had successes enough to where you can avoid some damage. However, we're going to go through again. Hada, skill challenge time. Use something that you're proficient in, and tell me how you want to do it.
I guess I'll use my survival to point out to all the archers to shoot the wargs out from underneath the orcs. Or something like that.
You want to try to tell them to do that? Let's say survival. Are you proficient in survival?
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
that's gonna
excellent.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's a success. All right. Let me just roll here. Something that I am going to do.
I don't like something.
You take 14 points of damage as you fight in this battle, this chaotic battle here. You manage to do what you want to do, and as you yell out, aim at their feet, you're looking down and pointing, and one of the wargs jumps up and bites you in the arm, almost dragging you over the palisade where it stabs under your armpits. And you rip yourself free, but not without some pain. So you have 14 points of damage of the piercing type. That said, you're successful. So we move on to the next person. Iorwin. A skill challenge that you're proficient in. What do you want to do?
Oh, a skill challenge that I am proficient in would be, I guess the only thing here that applies is medicine. I mean, I have intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, and survival, so I'm assuming medicine.
However you want to, if you can come up with a cool, unique, makes sense kind of way to apply something else other than medicine, I'm open to that as well. Just let me know.
I mean, when we came here, you said Olden didn't see any sort of buckets of tar or anything like that,
No.
right? Yeah, so we see nothing that we can use to make fireballs. I mean, unless you think I can like quickly make like a Molotov cocktail or something. I mean, I'm just on standby for people to get. I literally have a crossbow that does like shit damage, so there's really no point in me even bothering to come out and
This is a
shoot
skill
it.
challenge, so you can kind of be a little.
Yeah, I mean, you could say
Inventive
something
with it
like
in
you're going
some
to use
degree.
your medicine check to
Yeah.
quickly aid someone to get them
Right,
back
which
in
is
the
what I
fight.
said last time. Like
Or
I'm just
prepare a bunch of
continuing-
solves. Prepare
Yeah.
Medicine is fine. I just didn't want to.
I'm just going to
make you feel like
continue
that's all
to
you could do.
hold my actions till they're needed.
Or prepare.
Or prepare.
medicine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I prepared the room, so yes, if I am not actively healing someone, then I am preparing to heal someone.
So now, in this case, this is an active moment. So essentially, you're going to be rolling a skill, something you do in battle.
Yeah, I know. And
so-
usually in battle, I'm like running up a tree.
You want to do
This is true.
an
This is true.
athletics check or something? This is very true. We could do medicine though if you want to do that. That's quite fine.
I mean, because usually I'm healing in battle, so
Sure.
I essentially, in an initiative, I would just hold my healing action. And as soon
And
as one
the-
of my party members is hit, will trigger that action.
Yes. Yeah. So it's the way this part works. I would say go ahead and do the medicine check, and do it at advantage because Ronio is going to help out in some aspect of,
Yeah.
of whatever you do.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so that's going to be... That's a 28.
A 28. Okay. That's super high. So
I rolled
in
an
the midst of the
18 and I
battle-
have plus 10, so
Yeah.
yes.
In the midst of battle, you hear Ronio kind of bark out, and you see him galloping out outside the gate, getting his mouth out, and you see him bite down on one of the orcs that comes kind of close, rips it off, and spits out the arm just bleeding in front of you as
Good girl!
you see she's just panting. And then as she pants, you hear her get stabbed, just like her flesh being rended by something that poked from the outside. And you hear a crowd, and she begins to limp away. You take her and you begin to grab her paws and pull her forward as fast as you can, desperately trying to get her out of harm's way. And you quickly take your salve and begin to apply it on Romeo as you do that. But essentially, while you're doing that, an arrow flies through that little crevice where the wood kind of is split there, and it lands in your leg, piercing you. So while you are successful with that, you do take some damage, and this is the damage you take. 3. Wow. A roaring 3 points of piercing damage as the arrow lands in your thigh, pierces all the way through, close to, you can feel it kind of rubbing against the bone a little bit.
No biggie.
But you were successful, so we now move on to Olden. Olden.
So I would like to use my insight to maintain focus on the leader. I want to make sure my shot does not miss. So I want to use insight to maintain no distractions, focus on his movements, to predict his movement to make sure I get clean shots.
Okay. So in order to do that, I would say, let me think. I want to say survival, naturally, but
I have survival as well. I'm proficient in that as well.
Let's do survival then.
Okay. The only reason I say insight is because it's predicting someone's next move.
Sure.
So I will go survival. Sure. That is, come on, a dirty 20.
Nice.
A dirty 20. That's successful. Yeah. So your quick reactions, you're able to see the way he moves, and you read his movement. It kind of almost like a basketball game. You see the kind of corner eye looking out as he begins to bark one way, almost tricking the person who comes out his way. And you see an arrow fly towards him. He grasps it. He catches it out of the air, and he breaks it and then roars out. As he roars, you take the opportunity to pull back your arrow, and you loose it. It flies forward, and while he's roaring, he doesn't notice it, and it stabs right into his neck. And you can hear him cough up blood as he... and he just tears it out, rending the flesh from his neck as he does. Holds it there for a second, and then he looks directly at you, and his arm goes flying out. Points towards your direction. You see a volley of arrows come your way. And several of the guys beside you, they get stabbed by and 2 arrows land on you, dealing 14 points of piercing damage as 2 arrows come into your shoulder and your arm here in retaliation. But you were successful.
Got it. I want to use my bonus action to second wind.
Well, this one's a little different. We can get to that in a second. This one's just a skill challenge part. So you did your skill, you're successful with it, and you get to move on. So far, everybody's moved on. That's nice. Baranor.
Okay.
Your turn.
Because Hada took my idea, I'm going to look at everybody, probably use persuasion. The shadow comes for us today. No one dies on this day. We, the men and women of the light, will live. Trust your person next to you. Aid them if you need to. These orcs will feel our blades and our arrows. What she
the
said.
battle cry of Tuck.
Yes, battle cry of Tuck in the back. Roll your persuasion. Yes.
Okay.
Someone needs to clip that.
Natural fucking 20. 29.
Ooh, nice. So yeah,
Yes.
you do hear the battle cry of Tuck, and he's just like, ah, ah, and he stares at Hada for a second. Ah, 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 ah.
Hada like just fucking slaps him, like does like the whole like rowdy push. Like the football player in the huddle, like ready to go, like
Sure. They kind of go back and forth, just and then he takes an arrow, and as he cocks it, you see an arrow come through the air, hits him in the head. It goes through the other side, and you just see his eyes staring at you as his body falls from the palisade and the catwalk down to the back, mouth open. Baranor, you see that, you get pissed, and immediately you start rushing and jumping over the cart that you had set up, and you start running out, swinging your daggers as fast as you can, going through, and you take a quick cut or two and are able to dispatch 2 orcs rather quickly with a stab in the side of the neck, quickly pulling it out, going back in, doing the same thing, sweeping a leg underneath and going down for a stab in the chest of another one. But as you're doing that, you realize your folly, and you begin to back away. As you back away, an arrow does go through and pierce your leg. It pierces your thigh, and it goes through into your thigh, and you kind of grunt and start limping your way back, but manage to fight through the pain as a ward becomes coming back towards you as well. A ward comes in, and you feel like a scratch as it lunges towards you and pushes you forward back into the palisade, into the safety of the cart, which you kind of slam into with your chest like, ugh! But you quickly bounce back over to the other side. You are successful, sir.
I would have been a hero until I took an arrow to the thigh. I'm an uncanny dodge that, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll allow it.
I mean,
so that's 13 points of damage. Now it's on to Turin. Turin, it is your turn. Skill challenge time, baby.
Okay. I'm going to find a couple of there's like a little there's a pile of wood. I'm gonna like some poles, some long some tree branch trunk type shits, and I'm gonna grab those, like one under each arm, seeing that there's a gap where Baranor was able to go through. I'm gonna grab one of like 2 of these things under each arm and lift them and kind of take a run at it, and then slam them into the doors over here. My cursor's not on.
Oh, I like it.
To try to shore up the doors.
Athletics for me.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
I gotta make the DC is way higher. Success. Roaring success as you manage to you slam up the entrance there with this log that's kind of broken from the palisade. You find it, you pull it over, and you move forward and kind of wedge it in. But your arms are exposed when you do this. You kind of grab it with both bare arms and just but an arrow does come and manage to go by and stab you, almost pinning your arm stuck to it. In reaction, you just rip your arm out and rip the arrow as well. It kind of rends your flesh, a gash, big nasty wound on your forearm. But you do manage to do it, and you take... That's a big roll.
That's okay.
19 points, or 18 points of piercing damage from it. So here's what could have happened, just for clarification. If you had failed your rolls, you have to do another skill check, and take more damage.
each time.
Each time. You would have to take this over and over until you pass the first phase. The first phase is essentially the chaos of battle. But now we hone in towards the center as you all are now, you're in your positions and you see some of the creatures breaking through the forts. They have managed to make their way through. The wargs are kind of knocking away the wood despite your best efforts. They weren't able to get into one side, but they got into another one and jumped over top. Some of the wargs are climbing up from a leap, and you see some of the orcs running in with their ladders, clambering on top, and they are now engaged on top of the palisade, on top of the catwalk. And that is where we will end it for tonight.
Oh
no.
Going into the skirmish.
Wait, like Tucker's really dead though?
He's like dead?
Like he's like dead? Like Irowen can't help him dead? Like he had like an arrow straight through his skull. This is really gonna determine what Hada does next. and I'm gonna write it down.
I mean, well, maybe he could do like what's that guy who got the rod through the head?
No. Like he's like, this is like a demoralizing thing. Like my best friend from this camp just died.
Yes.
Okay. I like Tucker. He had not your grandma's grog.
I just want to say, when we come back, I just want to say I know what I want to do. I do need to borrow someone's shield, and I need to use the stairwell nearby.
The stairwell is inside. The stairwell is inside.
The stairwell is inside, unfortunately.
It's okay. I will figure this out. I will be the other person who does this.
You'll shoot arrows through the.
I think Baranor already beat you to it. He did something similar to that already.
I am riding a shield down the stairs so that everyone could say I did what Legolas did, but better. Anyway,
First, technically,
as a reminder, for everyone watching, we won't have the next session for a month, so you have to wait to see what happens. I think in January someday, we'll have it posted up. The actual 3rd. There we go. 3rd, January 3rd, is when we next do our thing. And a wonderful New Year, 2021.
It's got to be better than this shit.
Yeah.
Well, Middle Earth is indicative of 2020.
Wood, Tristan, please.
Yeah, Middle Earth is 2020 in a nutshell.
2020 on the virtual tabletop. Thanks for joining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and catch the next episode of Legends of Shao Gul tomorrow at 5:30, and catch this guy down here. Where's my finger?
Oh yeah.
And
there we go.
Why can't I figure this out? I've done this way too long. Yeah, there it is. I'm just too close. There it is. There.
And this.
Yeah.
This row right here will be there tomorrow.
We're broken, guys. We're broken.
Yeah, the row. Yeah, the whole row.
Mom left. We don't know which way to point, right or left. It's fine. But yes, thank you guys so much for all the luck and all the jazz. We'll see you guys in the new year for Adventure of Middle Earth anyway.
Pow.